year, the most he had was like 21, 22, something like, or maybe in the 20s. But bottom of the ninth, and it's not even going to be Cody Allen. It's going to be Olsen coming on to pitch for the Indians, and again, they lead at 4-1 in the bottom of the ninth.
Just another modest 5-game winning streak.
Why not?
Why not?
I was talking to Zach Maslow, Cleveland.com, real quick before we get to get the kickoff, and Valley Forge is going to get to receive this ball, and he said, what's going to happen next year? The Indians are going to go on like a 12-game win streak, and nobody's going to care.
Yeah, exactly. It's great to talk about the Indians. It's gotten to the point where you have to play perfect. You have to play a perfect game.
You sure do.
All right, folks. As we said, Valley Forge is going to receive the kick, and in the kick for Elyria Catholic is Bryce Heilman. And back deep for the Valley Forge Patriots is number 1 Cameron Hagar, and number 4 Dylan Magda. Heilman runs up to it, and the kick is away, and we are underway here at Byers Field. It's going to come down to Magda at the 11. He crosses the 15, the 20, and he's knocked down right around the 24, 25-yard line, where Valley Forge will have it first and 10. Going to get a chance to see our first look here at the talented sophomore tailback for Valley Forge, Mike Pappas. In 4 games, he has 51 carries for 330 yards and 7 touchdowns, and that amounts to almost a 6.5 yard per carry average for him.
Ryan, early on, the important
quarterback is senior Jonathan Quinones. As Mike Pappas is the lone back in the backfield, down in the 3-point stance. Give goes to Pappas straight through. He's crossing the 25, but Elyria Catholic is ready for him. Has not much doing for him there. Minimal gain on the play to about the 26, and it'll be second down and long upcoming for Valley Forge.
Yeah, they're going to give him 1 yard, and I mentioned it obviously in our keys. Pappas is their main guy, so you can expect to get him a lot of carries.
Is the backup quarterback.
So second down and 9 here. Just underway here on the Cleveland Clinic Gridiron Clash here on AM 930 WEOL and WEOL.com. Quinones will work under center. He's got 2 receivers short side to his right. Pappas the lone back in the backfield. As the give is on the end around, it's going to go to number 2, that is Luis Arena, and he gets into the open field. He's across the 35-40 and brought down right around the 45-yard line. So the reverse counter works, and it goes for a big gain. And Valley Forge is close to Elyria Catholic territory.
Yeah, that's a nice play. And again, you're going to try to draw up some different plays here, try to get EC on their heels early. That's going to go for a 19-yard gain and a first down for the Patriots. Their first down of the night.
So here's Quinones under center, almost a run-and-shoot type look. Pappas the lone back in the backfield, 2 wing backs, and the give goes to Pappas, first man through. He pushes his way. No, he looked like he was going to push his way past the 46, but they're only going to get there at the 46 as Elyria Catholic stands him up for a 1-yard gain.
Again, you look at the way that defense is run for EC. They're going to key in on Pappas all night long. There's no question about it. They know that he is the main ball carrier for this Valley Forge Patriot offense.
Second and 9 upcoming for Valley Forge at the 46-yard line of the Patriots. And again, it goes to Mike Pappas once again, and he gets close to midfield, still pushing, and forward progress is, they're going to mark him just short around the 49, so it'll be third down and long here for the Valley Forge Patriots. These are the situations you want them in if you're EC, Matt, as they've only thrown the ball 27 times this year.
Yeah, they're definitely not a team that likes to be in third and long. If they're going to be successful, they're going to have to be in second and third and short.
So Quinones working out of the shotgun. Pappas the lone back in the backfield. 2 receivers short side to his left. As the fake goes to Pappas, he'll keep it himself. Gets around the left side, slips a tackle, crosses into EC territory. Still pushing his way forward, and he's not down yet. We're going to see whether they're going to mark him.
You got a flag.
Right on the sticks, and the flag is down.
Yeah.
But the result right now is close to a first down, but
I think it's coming back, though.
We will see what the penalty is.
More than likely, you're going to have a hold here on Valley Forge. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, and it is on Forge, yeah. So wipe out the run there for Quinones, and you're going to have a third and very long, because it was 3rd and 6 with the ball on the 49-yard line.
Yeah, it wipes out a good, tough run there by the quarterback, the senior quarterback, in John Quinones.
And it's official. The Indians a 4-1 winner over the Los Angeles Angels. They get another sweep. My goodness, this team is red hot.
People think they've peaked too early, man.
I don't see it. No.
It's just, oh my gosh. Bring out the bulldozers.
Well, I think you saw the Houston Astros and the LA Dodgers peak too early, maybe, but
You really did, especially the Dodgers. My
Yeah.
God, my goodness.
They did win today, though, the Dodgers, so it's still a game.
Third and long now. Here's a reverse. It goes around to Cameron Hagar, the senior running back, and he gets to right around the 44-yard line, so he gets about 4 yards on the play, but it's not going to be anywhere near enough for the first down, and Valley Forge will have to punt for the first time tonight.
Good drive by the Patriots. They tried to establish Pappas with 3 runs in that drive, but 3 runs only netted 5 yards. The big play was the Arena 19-yard gain on 2nd and 9 that netted them a first down, but now they're going to have to punt the football.
Josh Kovac in the kick for the Patriots. Back deep for Elyria Catholic is Leighton Banjoff, their star playmaker. Kovac gets off a nice line drive, spiraling kick. Banjoff is going to get back to his own 18-yard line, and good. He almost
good special teams.
Good special teams tackle there by Nick Kugler as he wrapped Banjoff by the ankles and tripped him up, held him to a minimal gain. As Elyria Catholic is going to start 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
I think they're going to actually spot the ball. Well, yeah, you're right, about the 20-yard line.
Cameron English, 6 foot, 186-pound junior, is the starting quarterback for the Panthers. Leighton Banjoff is the tailback. He got receiver on the side of him as Elyria Catholic runs the I formation. The sweep is going to go to Leighton Banjoff around the right side. He has a little bit of room across the 20, and he's brought down near the 25, but mark him just short. As a gain of about 4 on first down, it's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
That's the kind of start you want if you're EC. Get off a quick 4-yard carry and take the ball up to the 24-yard line. You're talking about a Patriots defense that, again, last week held Normandy, who had been scoring a lot of points, to 8 points.
So 2nd and 6 now from the Elyria Catholic 24.
Did get low, which is always a good thing.
English is starting a gun, looking out to his right, is going to throw. It's completed down in Warfield as he gets some room around the 30, 35, 40, and 45 still in bounds, and they're going to say he stepped out. The official's going to mark him out around the Elyria Catholic 40-yard line, but good wide receiver screen there, goes for a chunk gain and move the chains for the Panthers.
Well, they had a blitz coming right there, and you saw 4 Patriots in the backfield, so credit English with a great play, a gain of 16 yards and a first down. And by the way, we're on the radio.
We're on the radio. Welcome, folks. You're listening to the Indians sweep the Angels by a final of 4-1. We welcome you on into the Cleveland Clinic Gridiron Clash. As we have a 1st and 10 here for the Elyria Catholic Panthers. It goes to Leighton Banjoff. He's met around the 41-yard line and brought down about the 42.5. As a couple of yards on first down for the Panthers. And that'll bring up 2nd down and long.
I'm glad we put the lights on. It was too cool in here.
Yeah.
Does anybody have a space heater maybe they can put on too while we're up here? Or maybe some sort of start an engine while we're up here?
You know, the sun was just setting.
Yeah, I know. The sun was setting, so what do we do to offset it? Let's put the lights on.
2nd down and 8 now for the Panthers. I formation in the backfield. Sweep is going to go to Leighton Banjoff on the right side. He's
got some room.
Across the 40 into Valley Forge territory, knocked out of bounds at the Valley Forge 48-yard line. As he got a good deep block out there from his fullback, Josh Miller, 5'11", 175-pound sophomore. As that sweep working right now for the Panthers. They're going to come out in I formation once again. Tight end out to his left as English works under center, receiver to either side. It goes to Banjoff once again, straight up the middle. He's going to power his way to about the 45-yard line. So another couple of yards on first down.
4th carry already for Banjoff tonight. That'll net him a couple of more. He's off to a pretty good start. He's already got 20 yards on his first 5 carries rather. No, 4 carries, my bad.
As Banjoff coming into tonight, 61 carries for 319 yards and 4 touchdowns. That's good for a 5.2 yard average per carry. As English going to look to throw now, throws, and it's complete onto the right side, right near the sticks. That is his receiver, number 84, Dan Peacock, 6'1", 180-pound senior. As that's going to be close to a first down, but it looks like they might be just short.
Yeah, it depends on where the officials put the football, because to me, it looked like he had it, but I think they're going to mark him, you're right, I think they're going to mark him about a half-yard short, Chad.
It's 3rd down and short upcoming. It'll be a big stop for the Valley Forge Patriots here. As Panthers come out in I formation, English under center. Receiver to either side of him. Give goes to Banjo up the middle, has some room, crosses the 35, pushing his way to about the 31-yard line. So Banjo with another powerful run, and that's going to move the sticks for EC.
And we talked about controlling the line of scrimmage early, and right now the EC Panthers are doing just that. They've had a couple of first downs, all thanks to the running, two were to the running of Banjoff, one on that English to Warfield pass play a little bit earlier in the drive.
First and 10 from the 31. English has the play. He'll come out, I formation once again, work under center. Receiver to either side of him. As he sweep this time is going to go to Banjoff around the left side. And
great play
there.
Cameron Hager.
Patriots as the give went to Chris Jackson on this week, but Cameron Hager comes up from his defensive back spot and causes the tackle for a loss.
That was a nice play by Hagar. He had to get through a block, and he did so, and it's going to end up as a loss of 5 for Jackson, make it a 2nd and 15, way back now at the 36-yard line. Loss of 6, actually, now.
English as the play come out. I formation once again, work under center. 2 receivers outlined to his right. Chris Jackson still in at running back as English will look to throw. Goes deep down the right side for his receiver. It's incomplete. Intended for Zach Evans, the 6'3", 210-pound junior, whose dad, I was told, had a cup of coffee with the Broncos.
Ah, there you go.
Beginning. So it's a football family. Zach Evans, only a junior, 6'3", 210 pounds. You think that's the jump ball target in the red zone there?
Yeah, I think he is, and they try to do it right there. And, you know, you watch these guys in the warm-ups, they do that every single time, that jump ball. It did not work on that play, though.
So, 3rd down. And 16 now for EC.
They're going to have a timeout, I believe.
Call a timeout.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be called by Elyria Catholic. Let's take a quick one with them as you're listening to the Cleveland Clinic Gridiron Clash, now on the radio, folks, at AM 930 WEOL. Just one here's fine. You're the man.
Yo.
Why didn't you remind me Cahill's down the sideline?
Well, I mean, I thought maybe he was just collecting a paycheck. I mean,
yeah, that's probably it.
He's probably flirting with the cheerleaders.
That's possible, too.
Oh, I see him. He's all by himself over there. Well, that's nothing new either.
Welcome back, folks, to Byers Field here in Parma, Ohio. As we are at 4:49 left in the first quarter, EC has a 3rd and 16 at their own 37-yard line. As English will work out of the shotgun, 2 receivers far out to his right, 1 short side to his left. English looking to throw, throws out the right side, and it is incomplete and almost picked off by number 10 up there, Nick Kugler, the junior linebacker. So a good read there by Kugler, and that is going to bring a 4th down for EC.
And now it's decision time because they got a lot of yards here to make up 15.
Yeah, and they're sort of in that no man's land,
yep.
Matt, around the 37. So
personally, I'd punt the ball and try to pin it inside the 5, but I think they're going to end up going for this.
So 4th down and 16. English is going to work out of the gun. Looks like they'll go for it.
He doesn't believe in fake, so it's going to be.
As English back to pass, looking to throw. Looks like a couple of takeoff routes, getting pressured. He spins out of the tackle, and he's going to have some running room across the 45. 40 looks, throws deep, has a man, and it's incomplete, intended for Zach Evans, just over his outstretched arms. So a good job there by English to elude pressure and go for the home run ball to Zach Evans, but it's incomplete and a turnover on downs. Give Valley Forge the ball back.
Yeah, that was a great play by Forge. They pressured the quarterback. They made him run to the outside on the arm he probably did not want to have to run to. And then by the time he threw the ball up, he was, a little bit just not able to get to the football, and it was a nice play by their defensive secondary too. On those types of broken plays, a lot of times you'll see a wide receiver become open downfield. but a good job by the defensive backfield for the Patriots not to let that happen.
So 1st and 10 for the Patriots. We'll get to a sideline report sponsored by Stewart Appliance here by Adam Cahill in just a minute. As on 1st and 10 for the Patriots, give goes to the left side, flag down on the play. The give is went to Chris Mayock around the left side. And it is going to be, he's going to be tackled right around the 39-yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd down and long. All right, let's go down to the sidelines for a Stewart Appliance TV Titan Appliance sideline report with Adam Cahill. Adam?
Now you're putting your run-oriented offense. There's a flag on the play. Holding against Valley Forge. And that'll back the ball up all the way inside the 30 to the 26-yard line. 1st and 20 from the 26 for Valley Forge.
That was the 2nd time earlier. Nice run by John Kionis, the quarterback, got wiped out. This time, it was an effort by one of those guards, Andrew Monage. Take a look at head coach.
All right, folks, and that was Adam Cahill with a Stewart's TV and Appliance sideline report.
Good energy he brings.
And on 1st and 10 after the penalty, the give goes to Luis Arena with a powerful run, slicing through defenders, and he's going to get tackled past the original line of scrimmage back to the 40. So a nice gain after the penalty there by Luis Arena, and a good hard run, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and about, call it 8.
Yeah, he got 14 on that play. 7, 8, they were back up by a hold, back to their own 26-yard line. So it was 1st and 21, and Arena just ran for 14 yards. He's already got 33 yards on 2 carries tonight, including a 19-yarder earlier.
3:43 to go here in the first quarter, folks. No score. 2nd and 7 for the Patriots now. As the give is going to go to Pappas, straight through the middle. Powerful run, gets around the 43-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd down and about 4 here for the Patriots. So, Pappas not able to break free, but Luis Arena stepping up here for the Patriots, the senior running back.
Yeah, Pappas has 4 carries tonight for a total of 8 yards. So they are definitely, as we mentioned, EC's definitely keying in on him, and that's why I think why we've got a scoreless first quarter right now.
Adam Cahill's sideline report, again brought to you by Stewart's TV and Appliance. During the GE Labor Day sales event, you save on select individual GE appliances and on select GE appliance packages. Visit Stewart's on Cleveland Street in Elyria. So 3rd down and 4 for the Patriots. The give is going to go to Arena around the right side.
He got it.
Across the 45 and up to about the 47-yard line. And that's going to get marked right at the sticks and move those sticks for the Patriots. 1st and 10 for Valley Forge.
Arena's been the playmaker. He's got 3 carries now, and 2 of them have resulted in a 1st down. So credit the Patriots. They know DeAngelis knows that Pappas is going to get so much attention. They're going to try to get Arena open, and they have so far tonight. He got a gain of 5 there.
So Valley Forge, once again, we see why they are averaging 6 yards a carry, doing a very good job up front now, especially on this drive. So Quinones is going to come out and work under center. 2 wing backs with Pappas alone back behind him. Arena's going to go in motion, and the give again is going to go to Arena around that right side. Has room once again, gets back inside, crossing the 45 into Elyria Catholic territory, and brought down around the 43-yard line, close to another 1st down, just short. So some good hard running by Luis Arena here in the first quarter.
And he took EC linebacker Luke Constantino for a ride there. He had him grabbed, and he wasn't able to bring him down. So that's a 9-yard gain for Arena. And again, we keep mentioning he's the main ball carrier right now for this Patriots team.
So Quinones, once again, is going to come out under center. Pappas, the lone back in the backfield. As Arena, it's a little bit of a break as Pappas gets the carry now. He's going to cross the 40, crossing the 35, and tackle at the 34-yard line. So, moves the chains for Valley Forge once again. So, again, that offensive line doing a great job on this drive.
It's been all running in this drive, but you see why. The Patriots getting off to a nice start. That Pappas run covered 9 yards, and that's going to be their 2nd 1st down of the drive.
Chris Mayock is now in taking the place of Luis Arena, giving him a break here. On 1st and 10, the give is going to go to around the right side to Nick Kubler, the junior running back. Not much doing for him there as EC was ready defensively, and it's going to be 2nd and long. Minute and a half left to go here in the first quarter. No score, folks. As we've got a pretty good ball game going on.
Football, that's the key for the
as the penalty actually is on EC.
Wow.
12 men on the field. And that's going to give Valley Forge 5 yards.
That's a bad penalty right there. You stop him for no gain, and yet you have a penalty for too many men.
So, that is going to take the ball.
Wow. It must be because they're taking the ball all the way down to the about the 23-yard line. So.
Oh, I mean, call that that's the
17-yard line. So is that a 15-yard penalty?
Too many men.
They were at the 34. So I've never heard of a 17-yard penalty before for a dead ball foul. I mean, really, it's a dead ball foul.
Yeah. And,
there you go.
now they moved back to the 19.
All right. Well, then it's a 15-yarder. That's a 15-yard penalty because they were at the 34-yard line. So
wow, I'm not sure that's correct. But anyway, 1st and 10 for the Patriots. He goes to Elyria, slips a tackle. He gets close to the 15, but I think it's going to come up just short. And working back around the 16 and a half, so a couple of yards on Elyria. Carried that time as EC was ready for him. 2nd down and 8 upcoming, nearing the end of the first quarter.
And this quarter actually plays to me in the hands of Valley Forge. You know, you're creating a tempo here with this run game. I know that they're not getting big yards, but they are getting enough. And, you know, they're starting to create a little bit of momentum here. And, of course, they're down on the 17-yard line, too.
As given out, goes to Elyria on the right side. At that time, EC was ready for him. Number 90. There's no number 90 on my roster, so we're just going to call him number 90. Gets in.
Can we use 89?
Tackle for loss.
Jared France? I mean.
No, he's wee little.
All right, well, when Paulette doesn't know who it is, then he doesn't exist in my book. Sorry, guys.
So John Doe with the tackle for loss.
Sweet John Doe. Oh, John Doe. I love that kid.
So 3rd down and 13 after the tackle for loss here for the Patriots. And Quinones is going to roll out to his left. I actually think throws. He's got a man on the left side, and it is incomplete. In and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Dylan Magda. Looked like he might have had it for him, and it was good coverage out there by the EC defense. That was Jack Griffin on the play. And that's going to bring up 4th down and long. And once again, this is the area where if you have confidence in your kicker, man,
yeah, you go for a field goal.
Send him out there, but also it's not every program that has a good kicker that has the leg like this, so you might be in that no man's land area once again when you have to go for it.
Yeah, I don't know here. This is going to be a call, so let's see what they're going to end up doing.
3 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Valley Forge has a 4th and 13.
Looks like just like the Panthers did on that last drive.
He's going to send 2 receivers far out to his left. Pappas alone back in the backfield. Quinones gets the snap, looking, has nobody. He's going to try and relieve some pressure, getting
throw the ball away.
Down. He's going to get sacked. Number 51, Griffin Davies, the 6'2", 210-pound junior, brings him down. And a turnover on downs, give the ball back to EC. So, a couple of turnover on downs and a punt. So both defenses bend, but don't break. And it's going to be the end of the first quarter. So we're going to come back with second quarter action here from Byers Field on a Cleveland Clinic Gridiron Clash Thursday edition between Elyria Catholic and Valley Forge. We'll be right back, folks.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a longer halftime, too, because of home kick.
No.
John, where's he at?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I couldn't hear the commercial, so I was trying to brought it down a little bit. Bring it back right after this.
So that means EC's got the ball at the 25.
Welcome back, folks, to Byers Field here on a Cleveland Clinic Gridiron Clash Thursday edition between the Elyria Catholic Panthers and the Valley Forge Patriots. I'm Chad Meyer alongside Matt Lodi, and down on the sidelines is Adam Cahill. As we will get to Adam Cahill. Actually, let's get an Adam Cahill Stewart's TV and Appliance sideline report right now. Adam, what's going on?
The second quarter of play, 1st and 10 for Elyria. Start with the ball.
No, it's not Davies. Davies is in his 51.
Brings the Panthers up to the line of scrimmage.
We don't know yet.
Banjo.
As thank you, Adam. As the give on first down goes to. Looks like that was Chris Jackson.
Well, he got a couple yards on that play. They ended up giving him 8 yards, so a good first down play there for EC as they get 8 yards, make it a 2nd and 2 at the 33.
Yeah, that's Chris Jackson. So I wonder if something happened to Leighton Banjo. As the give once again goes to Chris Jackson along the left side.
Didn't get it.
He's going to get tackled. Just short
No, that is Banjo.
34. That looks like it might be Banjo. Yeah.
Yeah, they announced it as such, so he gets a yard. That'll make it 3rd and 1 at about the 34. He needs to get to about the 35.
We just found out who number 90 is because that's who's wearing the number 90 jersey.
Who's that?
If that's Leighton Banjo.
Oh, well, there you go. See, I knew that. I was testing you.
Paulette knew that too.
She knew that. She just didn't want to let us know. It's okay. She's too worried about the TV guys. You know, don't worry about us. Here's a handoff, and he's got it.
Through, and yep, move the sticks once again for EC. That give was to the fullback number 36, Josh Miller. We're just underway here with second quarter action in Myers Field. No score. Both teams running the football fairly well, but just can't seem to get anything inside the 20s.
Yeah, this has been a game of let's go down the field and then let's stall when it means the most.
So, first down and 10 here for the Panthers. I formation in the backfield. Banjo is the running back. Josh Miller, the fullback. The single receiver out far to his right.
It's going to be a pass.
He's going to go to Banjo. Banjo with a wide open receiver that's down in the fourth, and he's got it. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Elyria Catholic.
Trickery is the way to go when your offense is not doing exactly a whole lot, and that trickery worked to perfection. A beautiful play to Warfield, and that's going to be a touchdown and a quick lead here as we start the second quarter. That's a 64-yard touchdown play.
64 yards on the pass from Leighton Banjo on a little bit of trickery, and EC goes up 6-0.
You kind of felt like after that he was, by the fact that he lined up and took a couple steps backwards, that he was going to go for that pass, and he was wide open. Valley Forge didn't see it coming.
And that's what you get when you have heavy run teams here, Matt. You get sucked in, defenses get sucked in, and all of a sudden that's that shot over the top. Bryce Heilman to kick the extra point, and it is up and good. So with 10:21 to go here, folks, your score is Catholic 7, Valley Forge 0. Let's take a quick break as you're listening to the Cleveland Clinic Gridiron Clash on AM 930 WEOL.
I didn't want to bug you. I saw you were in there. I want to mess you up. You're a man. Right there.
Literally, they didn't even get a chance to. I'm like, who is wearing 94?
I'm on the Medina County Magic so much. I'm not used to watching from the sideline. Welcome back, folks, to Myers Field here in Parma, Ohio, as we are getting set for a KP professional flooring kickoff by Bryce Heilman of the Elyria Catholic Panthers. He's getting set to kick it deep to the Valley Forge Patriots. It's going to come down to Cameron Hayden, number 10, across the 20, 25, 30, slips a couple of tackles, and makes his way up around the 33-yard line. Well, Valley Forge will have it first and 10. Elyria Catholic is up 7-0 with 10:14 to go here in the first half. Donovan Warfield, 64-yard touchdown pass from Leighton Banjo on some trickeration there by the Elyria Catholic Panthers.
Yeah, that drive, 3 plays, 75 yards. It took a minute 39 off the clock.
Chad Meyer alongside Matt Lodi. Adam Cahill down on the sidelines.
Leighton Banjoff and Donovan Warfield just did.
As Quinones will work under center on 1st and 10 for the Patriots. Pappas alone back in the backfield. Arena's going to come in motion to his left. He's going to get the carry around the left side. Has some blocking, and he's just going to follow it. He crosses the 35 and gets tackled up around the 36-yard line. So another good game here for Valley Forge on 1st down, and they just keep churning along. Boy, Arena does a good job of following his blocking. And a good job of patience.
Yeah, very much so. And again, this is a team that if they don't run the ball, they're in big trouble. But that was a good run to get them going.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 4 now for Valley Forge from the 36. That Donovan Warfield touchdown was brought to you by the second Harvest touchdown to N. Hubbard and Jamie's Carpet Shop, Lorraine County's oldest full-service flooring store. Visit Jamie's Carpet Shop in Elyria and Sandusky. And the pass is going to go off to the left side. It's complete to Mike Pappas. And he's going to get up to Elyria Catholic, near Elyria Catholic territory. Just short, though. Mark him at the Valley Forge 48. But move the chains once again for Valley Forge. First down and 10 upcoming.
Yeah, we talked about it. You know, that's a 12-yard gain and a first down. This run game of Valley Forge is starting to get going a little bit. And they're starting, it's not necessarily a trick play, but they're running a lot of misdirections. And it's catching EC off guard a little bit.
Quinones under center on 1st and 10. As the give goes to Pappas, and a nice cutback. He gets into EC territory, tackled around the Panther 47-yard line. So another good chunk gain on 1st and 10. And I mean, if you're any high school coach or any coach at any level, Matt, you're going to take 5 yards every run.
And again, with the fact that you don't want Quinones throwing the football a whole lot, you know, Pappas is your offense. Pappas, Arena, those are your guys that you're going to go to a lot. And they've gone to them a lot here early, and they're getting successful yards on it.
As Mayock goes in motion to his right now, the give is going to go to Mayock around the right side. Has blocking in front, crossing the 40, 35, into the open field, tackled inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line. So those end arounds just keep working as the Patriots keep beating the Panthers to the edge here.
Yeah, and again, you're seeing, the speed factor here by these running backs. That's a big run. They're going to get the ball down to the 23. That's a 24-yard gain, and that's going to be a 1st and 10.
So give Valley Forge a 1st down and 10 at the EC 23-yard line. Quinones under center, run and shoot look once again. As Arena is going to go in motion, and he gets the carry around the left side, breaks, stiffs arms a man. But it sent him back a couple of yards, but he was only able to get back to the original line of scrimmage. So a good job to get back to that original line of scrimmage, but an even better job by Elyria Catholic to stand him up that time.
Yeah, now you're in the territory here where you got to be careful, because if you're Valley Forge, you're kind of in that no man's lane. You're at the 22-yard line, so if this drive does not get any more yards, do you go for the touchdown or do you just try to kick the field goal? Obviously, we saw EC on their last drive. They went for it, and they got it with the trickery.
Approaching 7.5 minutes to go here, folks. 2nd down and 9 for Valley Forge. Quinones under center. Mayock goes in motion. And the give goes to Mike Pappas straight up the middle. He has room inside the 15. Tackle around the 13-yard line. That's going to be close to a 1st down.
I think you got it.
They're going to move the chains. So give Valley Forge another 1st down on another very effective run.
Well, now you're seeing, again, this speed factor. And as I keep saying, the misdirection a little bit by Valley Forge is catching EC off guard. That's a 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
But there's no reason he should be getting
3rd first down of the drive.
Because the offensive linemen from Valley Forge are not even putting bodies
Valley
on
Forge
linebackers
dominating up front on this drive once again. As we have split backs in the backfield now, single wing back, and the give goes to Pappas around the right side, just follows his blocking through, gets inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line, so another good gain on 1st down.
And you look at these drives for Valley Forge, I know that they haven't netted them any points yet, but they're long drives. That first drive went 8 plays, even though they did have a hold on it. The second drive, they went from the 37 down to the 22, and they did it 11 plays. So they're running a lot of plays right now.
Valley Forge, once again, the give went to Pappas around the right side on the same play, but a good job there by Leighton Banjoff was the first man through, got a hold of him, stopped him for a minimal gain, and that's going to bring out a 3rd down and 4 now from the EC 6-yard line. So big, important play here for the Patriots.
I'm Valley Forge. I call a timeout and make sure I get the right play here. They got 3 timeouts. You're not going to use them. Call a timeout.
Quinones working under center as they give around the left side. And it looks like now that's running back and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. That's Nick Kugler with a 6-yard touchdown run. And Valley Forge is an extra point away from tying this ball game up. Good answer there by the Patriots, man.
Exactly like I said. Don't call a timeout. Just run the plays you've been running. You've been successful. Keep the momentum going. And they listen to me.
Of course. Why aren't you coaching?
Well, you know, too many things going on right now. You know, I got to be, you know, I don't want to leave you hanging. So, you know.
Appreciate it. No, a good call there by Matt Lodi. As in to kick the extra point is Josh Kovac, and the extra point is up and good. So with 6:17 to go here, folks, we've got a tie ball game at 7-7. Let's take a quick break. You're listening to the Cleveland Clinic Gridiron Clash right here on AM 930 WEOL.
I think that's an accurate description. Gets rolling. You know, the first quarter Dave showed both teams effective offenses that can move the ball, but nothing clicks. Hey, there's no chunks. 3 yards.
Okay, no problem.
First down. Get the first down.
I take it at Valley Forge wins. We don't do a post-game interview either.
No.
Okay. Hey, you know what? He can be tough. You know.
Film has 30 seconds. Film has the same thing we got on the concussion
Okay.
pass. Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, bring it right back after this.
And plus, I was on the lookout for 90 because if we just.
Union grad who was taken over and done it. 2 guys from Elyria, and they won the team with the number 32.
Welcome back to the Cleveland Clinic Gridiron Clash here, folks, from Parma, Ohio, in Byers Field. As the squib kick by Josh Kovac is going to come down to an EC Panther around the 29-yard line, where they'll have it 1st and 10. It looks like Zach Evans on the recovery for the Panthers. So a great answer there by the Patriots. 6:15 to go here as we are tied up 7-7. And let's go down to the sidelines for, actually we're going to do it after this play. We'll get to Adam Cahill after this play. As Cameron English will come under center, 2 receivers out wide to his right, high formation in the backfield. As the give goes to Leighton Van Jumper on the right side, slips a tackle, and gets up to about the 32-yard line, so a couple of yards on 1st down. Adam Cahill down on the sidelines. What's up?
No, I mean, he's on the 32. I have to keep him at 32 though, because that's what he is in my system. I tried to type in 90 once, it didn't work too well.
All right, thank you, Adam. And rolling out to the right was English, and he throws to the right side for his fullback, Josh Miller, and
It's incomplete. Yeah, so you're going to have a 3rd and 8.
Off the ground.
So a big play coming up here for EC. You know, again, their last drive only took 3 plays. They went 75 yards, and they got the touchdown. And then Valley Forge answered a 9-play, 70-yard drive that took 3:55. You know, for the momentum for EC, not only that, but just to hold on to the ball a little bit, because Valley Forge, certainly running the football, has done a nice job in this first half.
3rd down and 8. Upcoming for the EC Panthers. 5.5 minutes to go. We'll work under center, high formation in the backfield. English looking to throw, throws deep down the field for Zach Evans, and he
got it
inside Valley Forge territory, and he is brought down at the 42-yard line. So a big play there for the Panthers.
That's a huge play right there. They've tried that, you know, that kind of that jump ball, deep ball type situation a couple times tonight, and that's going to go for a 28-yard gain.
That last Valley Forge touchdown, Nick Hooper, was brought to you by this second harvest touchdown to end 100. By Jamie's Carpet Shop. Visit them in Amherst, Elyria, and Sandusky, or have them bring the showroom to you. Jamie's Carpet Shop. As the give goes to Leighton Van Jump on 1st down, nothing doing for him there. Up the middle, as good job by the Patriot defense. And that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Also, that Josh Kovac kickoff after that touchdown was brought to you by KP Professional Flooring. Don't fumble your floor shopping. Score a touchdown with KP Professional Engrafted. Huge selection, great prices, skilled installation. Second down and long upcoming for the Panthers. English back to pass, looking to his right, rolls to his left, throws, and it's complete to Donovan Warfield along the left side. He gets up to the 35, and he's brought down around the 34-yard line. So a nice game there on second down by the Panthers, and that's going to bring up a third down and short. Adam Cahill's sideline report is also brought to you by Students TV and Appointments. Every sideline report is brought to you during the GE Labor Day sales event. You'll save on select individual GE boxes and on select GE appointments. Visit Stewart's on Cleveland Street in Elyria. As a timeout was taken.
That was taken by Valley Forge, actually, and a good timeout because, as I mentioned, you're not going to use all those first half timeouts. EC's driving. They got the big play, the 28-yard pass play to Evans to give him the first down. Slow it down a little bit. You know, you've got to make a play here. It's a 3rd and 2. You pretty much know that Banjoff's probably going to get the ball, and if they don't, they're going to roll out right here. So let's make sure that you got the right defense on the field, and let's try to make a play to stop this drive. 4:30 to go in the first half. Game tied at 7.
Yeah, I mean, big stop, big play right here. Because once again, you got to think this is also 2-down territory for the Panthers.
Yeah, I agree.
At the 34-yard line.
Yeah, because we saw them do that earlier in the football game, Chad, and eventually the Patriots were able to make the play to stop the drive.
So, here we go now, folks. Both teams coming out of the timeout. Once again, it's a down and 2. Upcoming for the Panthers at the Valley Forge 34-yard line. 4:30 to go. It's a tied ball game, 7-7. We got a good one going on here, folks. So don't go anywhere. English bringing him up to center. I formation in the backfield. 2 receivers short side to his left. Banjoff, single back in the backfield.
Whoa!
Banjoff up the middle, stood up, but I think the second effort might have gotten it. Now, Valley Forge was right there to stand him up, but Banjoff kept those legs turning, and he's going to get marked at the 32-yard line. And it's right on the sticks. I don't know if they'll measure or there's no referee to signal.
Wow.
First down, EC.
That was a heck of a run. He looked like Christian Okoye there going through that line because he got stood up. But what he did smart there, Chad, is he kept the legs moving and he spun around enough to get that first down. That was a big play. Great play by Banjoff. Great effort on both teams right there. EC with the effort from Banjoff to get the first down, and also by Valley Forge to stand him up.
High formation in the backfield on 1st and 10 for EC. The give is going to go to Banjoff around the right side. Has some running room, breaks a tackle, crosses the 30, the 25, and knocked down around the 24-yard line. So a good job there on first down. It's going to come up with a 2nd and short here for Elyria Catholic.
Yeah, another good run there for EC. You know, and again, Banjoff that time finally getting around the end right there. That might be one of his better runs tonight. It's only a gain of 8, but again, trying to set the tempo right there. They're at the 24-yard line right now, and the clock ticking. Fast-moving first half here from Byersfield. And we've got another timeout. This is actually an injury timeout, as it looks like Cameron Hagar, if I see that number right, is down for the Valley Forge Patriots, and he's had a couple of nice plays tonight.
Cameron Hagar down. Let's take a quick break with them, folks, as we'll come back. We're listening to the Cleveland Clinic Gridiron Clash on AM 930 WEOL.
Don't forget about the mobile app and it. All right, fine. I was just trying to help you out. It's mention the mobile app and WEOL.com.
Mobile app, okay.
Yeah, that's why. You're listening on the mobile app and at WEOL. Yeah, because Tim is a stickler for that. So that's okay. Well, no, I mean, Tim was texting me telling us to make sure that we mention the mobile app. Yeah, yeah, it's cool. I'm just trying to help. No, bring it back.
Welcome back, folks, to Byersfield. We got a 2nd down and 2 for the Panthers as he goes to Banjoff, cuts back across the middle to the 20 and inside the 16 and tackled at the 15-yard line. That'll bring up another first down for the Panthers once again.
Last 3 carries for Banjoff, 19 yards. That's got him a 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. And you could start to see again that momentum go back to EC after Valley Forge was able to drive down the field on the 9-play, 70-yard drive and get the touchdown. Kugler from 6 yards out. Now that the EC's going back the other way. It's been up and down the field for both teams tonight.
So 1st down and 10 at the Valley Forge 15 for the Panthers. Give goes to Banjoff. Has some room around the left side. He gets up around the 10-yard line. And that's where they'll mark him. So a good gain on first down for the Panthers.
And again, Banjoff, and not only Banjoff, but that EC offensive line, Chad, they're starting to really kind of impose their will on this Valley Forge D-line. And again, you have to wonder, are these guys used to 80-degree nights? And, week 5 of high school football is starting to get a little fatigue out there with 2:31 and counting to go in the first half.
High formation in the backfield. Give goes to Banjoff once again around the left side. Has some room, gets inside the 5, and he's brought down at the 4-yard line.
That's a first down.
That's going to be enough for a first down. So first and goal upcoming for the Panthers.
Yeah, and again, you keep seeing this situation with EC. Right now, they're controlling the line of scrimmage, and we talked about it in our pregame, and we've talked about it throughout the night. The team that controls the line of scrimmage is going to have the big advantage in this football game because both these teams like to run the football.
First and goal now for the Panthers. I formation in the backfield. The receiver to either side of him. Donovan Moorfield split out wide right. Josh Miller, the fullback. As Banjoff gets the carry around the right side, and he's going to get into the end zone for the touchdown. Leighton Banjoff with a 4-yard touchdown run, and the Elyria Catholic Panthers go up 13-7.
Another good run for EC. Banjoff, the last 6 carries on the drive. He goes in from 4 yards out, a touchdown, and EC answers right back after Valley Forge answered their drive.
And that is a Jamie's Carpet Shop second harvest touchdown run to end hunger. It's brought to you by Jamie's Carpet Shop, Lorain County's oldest full-service flooring store. Visit Jamie's Carpet Shop in Amherst, Elyria, and Sandusky. Bryce Heilman in to kick the extra point. As he snaps his back, hold is down, kick is up, and it is good. So with exactly 2 minutes to go here in the first half, your score, Elyria Catholic 14, Valley Forge 7. Let's take a quick break. You're listening to the Cleveland Clinic Gridiron Clash right here on AM 930, WEOL.com, and the mobile app.
And on WEOL.com and on the radio at WEOL. We'll get it right.
We're everywhere. Just one here. Can you copy and paste that text? What is he talking about?
What do you want me to do?
About the mobile app.
It's you're listening live on AM 930 WEOL and on the mobile app and on WEOL.com.
And what's this $10 for second harvest? I don't see it on the read here.
You want me to ask him, or you want? That I don't know. Do you want me to ask him?
Yeah, if you could.
Now so perfect. LOL. He's laughing at us.
Is that what he's laughing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't make many mistakes twice. Welcome back, folks, here to Byers Field in Parma, Ohio, for a Cleveland Clinic Gridiron Clash between Elyria Catholic and Valley Forge. Elyria Catholic is up 14-7 with 2 minutes to go here in the first half, as Bryce Heilman is lining up for a KP professional flooring kickoff. Tackle your flooring needs, champion service, selection, and pricing with expert installation makes KP a win every time. Cameron Hagar and Dylan Magda back deep to receive this kick. Kick is away, and it's going to come down to Hagar at the 4-yard line. Across the 15 to the 20, and tries to spin out of a tackle, but good special teams coverage there by the Panthers as he's brought down around the 21-yard line, where the Patriots will have it. First and 10.
That EC drive, 11 plays, 70 yards, 4:15 off the clock. And again, Leighton Banjoff with the touchdown, 4 yards out, and they go up 14-7. Big drive there for EC after Valley Forge had answered with a 70-yard drive of their own. So it seems like the 70-yard drive is a big deal tonight. We have another injured Valley Forge Patriot.
Looks like Cameron Hagar once again.
Oh.
It looked like it looks like he might be cramping up. And we
the dehydration. With the hot temperatures again. I mean, and I've been on this field. I've coached on this field, and trust me, when it's hot, it's just like any other AstroTurf. It gets really, really hot. So I'm sure that these guys playing this game tonight, it's got to be interesting to see how prepared. Because again, I'm sure both coaches, DeAngelis and Stupka, told these guys, make sure you're hydrated, continue to drink water throughout the night, because even though obviously the sun has set here at Byers Field in Parma and it's a little bit cooler, I'm sure down there on the field it's still a real hot one.
Now, did you coach on here before the new AstroTurf was in?
I coached soccer for a year at Parma and we played here on the AstroTurf a few times. Played most of our games at the high school, but we a couple times that we coached here. It's a different field. It's a different field. Yeah, they put this field in originally the year after I graduated in 1994. I saw the first game here. I think it was Parma Forge actually in 1994. So they had grass turf before that here at Byers Field. So this turf has been in now for about 48 4,500 years, I believe.
4,800
no,
years.
it feels like it. No, it's been in here since the '94 season, and you know, they've made a lot of renovations to this field. Of course, St. Ignatius plays here, Parma plays here. You know, you've got Normandy that plays here tomorrow night. You got Parma and Normandy. There's band competitions here. We were talking about this in the pregame. You asked me, why do they play games on Thursday here? Hey, it's to get one of those Parma teams out of the way, because they usually play Thursday, Friday, and even sometimes Saturday on this field.
As Cameron Hagar being helped off the field, that could be a big loss here for the Patriots.
Looks like an ankle or maybe a leg. We'll have to get an update from Adam Cahill, who's probably got the hot dog by now and doesn't want to share with us.
Right, yeah, most likely not, as we're losing about 5 to 10 pounds a minute
I feel,
up here.
Could somebody put a heater on? It's freezing up here, all right? I mean, seriously.
So we're getting back to play here. A minute 54 to go here in the first half. Elyria Catholic up 14-7 as Valley Forge will start first and 10. Quinones out of the gun. He's going to look to his left, throws. Pappas on the swing route. He's got some room crossing the 25. Comes back inside.
Nice move.
And a nice cutback where he gets out of bounds around the 33-yard line. So a great game there by Mike Pappas after taking the swing route.
Looked like Eric Metcalf there for a moment. Then a little nice move. That's a 12-yard gain, and credit the Patriots with the first down.
Yeah, I wanted to mention it to you. You know, Valley Forge a running football team. Running football teams aren't usually built for the 2-minute offense. So I wanted to see what they had here.
Right, and that's a good first play right there. You get 13 yards, you get out of kind of the shadow of your own goal post, and now you can start to create some momentum, and we'll see Quinones in the shotgun.
Quinones in a shotgun once again. The give goes to Chris Mayock around the right side, as has a little bit of room, but met there by the defensive tackle. It looked like that was number 33, Jace Drawall, 5'9", 175-pound outside linebacker. So minimal gain, second down and long upcoming as Valley Forge is going to hurry here. Quinones working out of the gun, looking to his left, throws, and it is incomplete.
Oh, he had him open.
Intended for his receiver, Chris Mayock. And it's going to bring up a third down and long.
And he had him open. He threw too high. I knew the second he let that pass go that was going to be tough, because it looked like for a second he had him wide open, and instead it went high. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 from the 34. So kind of a big play here, because, again, you could figure that EC, if they get the ball back, they're going to have probably about a minute left, depending on how long Valley Forge takes here on this 3rd down.
3rd down and 9 upcoming. A minute 21 to go. As we are looking at Quinones now, working out of the gun. 2 receivers, short side to his left. Pappas a little back in the backfield. Quinones rolling out to his left, looking to throw. He needs some pressure, throws, and it is complete.
Nice play.
Yep. Are they going to call it? Yes.
Yep, he got it.
Yep, they were going to call it complete to Christian Mayock. Chris Mayock at midfield. So a nice job there by Quinones to elude pressure and find his open man and move the chains once again here for Valley Forge.
And that was a big play, because he had guys all over him in that backfield.
As Quinones just going to keep it himself, and he has room inside EC territory. He's going to get up to the 35, push his way to the 33-yard line. Good, tough run there by Quinones. Stop the clock to move the chains. We're at a minute 3 to go.
He slipped the tackle, too. That was the key to that run. He slipped somebody. Somebody missed the tackle there for EC, and it was a nice run.
Quinones will give it to Pappas around the left side. Has a little bit of room, breaks a tackle, gets up to about the 30-yard line where he stood up. As that's going to bring up a 2nd down and long. 52 seconds to go here. And I think Valley Forge is going to call their last timeout. So, a good job of executing the 2-minute offense here by Valley Forge, as they're inside EC territory.
Yeah, this is, they got 2 yards there for Pappas, so you'll have a 2nd and 8 at the 31. You know, you're in a situation where you probably need another 12 to 15 yards if you're going to go for the field goal. You got 52 seconds left. You got 1 timeout left. No reason to panic here. They've got time to do something here, but you certainly want to make the most of this next play. You don't want to have to get in the 3rd and long.
So, again, timeout by Valley Forge. 52 seconds to go here, folks. Stay tuned. For halftime, we're going to have some highlights. We're going to give also some of our halftime thoughts here on an interesting first half. As Elyria Catholic, for the time being, is up 14-7, but Valley Forge putting a nice 2-minute drive together as they're going to 2nd and 8 here upcoming. When they come out of the timeout from the Elyria Catholic 31-yard line.
You can see they're adept at getting on the ball and running the next play.
As also during the halftime report, we'll also have a Fox Sports report Some stats from Matt Loder as they give on the right side.
Wide open.
His tailback Nick Kugler, and the pass is going to go to Chris Mayock. So some trickeration on the Valley Forge Patriots there as the sweep went to Kugler to Mayock, and that's going to bring up a first and 10 at the Elyria Catholic 12. So
that's a gain of 19.
There.
Yeah, gain of 19 there for the Patriots. And you saw EC earlier in the game score on that exact play when Banjoff threw the touchdown pass to Warfield, and on that one, it took a minute for Kugler to be able to get an opportunity to throw the football, but once he did, it was a nice play, and they ended up getting 19 yards. So 43 seconds to go here in the first half.
Quinones working under center. Pappas, the lone back in the backfield. In motion. Goes.
Oh,
Kugler, and he gets the give around the left side and is going to be brought down inside the 10 and right around the 8-yard line. And a timeout, is going
here
to be taken, as that is actually going to be the final timeout by Valley Forge.
Yep.
And 34 seconds to go here in the first half.
And that's a gain of 4 on the play, so it'll be a 2nd and 6 from the 8-yard line.
So once again, a really impressive drive here.
Yeah, this drive started at their own 20 with a minute 54 to go. So they have gone already 72 yards in this drive. And again, the big play, the Mayock 16-yard catch on 3rd and 9. And then Kugler to Mayock, a little trickery. That play went 19 yards to get him down to the 12. And then the last play, Kugler with a 4-yard run. So, while Pappas has been the focal point of the offense most of the night, this drive has been more Quinones and Kugler.
Once again, folks, stay tuned for a halftime show. We'll recap the first half with some highlights, and we'll also get an update from Fox Sports. And Matt Lodi will also provide some stats, and we'll also have the Raymond Plumbing keys to the second half. So here we go, folks. 34 seconds to go. 2nd down and 6 at the Elyria Catholic 8-yard line for Valley Forge. Quinones looking, play action pass, throws, and it is complete into the end zone for the touchdown. That's Nick Kugler with an 8-yard touchdown reception, and the Patriots are an extra point away from tying this ballgame.
Great play action. You know what? For a team that doesn't throw the ball a lot, that was a well-designed touchdown throw. Very, very good job. They go 80 yards and do it in less than 2 minutes. They started with that drive with a minute 54. They scored with 31 seconds left in the half.
So Josh Kovac in to kick the extra point, and it is blocked.
Wow.
So with 31 seconds to go, that could loom large, folks.
Yeah.
With 31 seconds to go here in the first half, Elyria Catholic maintains a 1-point lead at 14-13. That Kugler 10-yard touchdown pass is another touchdown sponsored by Jamie's Carpet Shop. The second harvest touchdown to end hunger is brought to you by Jamie's Carpet Shop. Visit them in Amherst, Elyria, and Sandusky, or have them bring the showroom to you. Jamie's Carpet Shop. All right, folks. So definitely going to want to stay tuned here for the second half, as we got a good one going on between Elyria Catholic and Valley Forge. Josh Kovac is going to get set for a KP professional flooring kickoff. Put KP in your home makeover playbook. Top-notch pricing and selection along with skilled installation for the win. Back deep to receive the kick for Elyria Catholic is Leighton Banjoff and Donovan Warfield.
Taking some shots at each other, competing.
As Kovac runs up to it, Jess is going to squib it, and falling on it at the 29-yard line is going to be number 33, Jace Drawall, as Elyria Catholic will take over 1st and 10. As if you're the Panthers, you just got to be happy getting out of this first half.
Yeah.
Up 1 point, 14-13.
Yeah, I think you down the ball here. You don't try anything silly. You don't certainly want to make a mistake. We talked earlier about turnovers, and so far we haven't seen any tonight. This has just been a back-and-forth, well-played ball game. There really isn't much that, if you look at it, that either team has done wrong. The only thing that could come back to haunt the Patriots, of course, is that missed extra point.
All right, it looks like a timeout was taken.
Don't forget these two teams. Go ahead.
It was an official timeout. It looks like.
No, I think the Panthers called it because they had 2 and now they're down to 1. So, yeah. Yeah. We're getting told, we're getting some sort of sailor signals from Dave down there. He's doing, I thought he did a jumping jack really right there.
I think he told us to steal 3rd. But anyway, English working under center. As they are just going to kneel on it here. And that is going to do it here. They're going to have to kneel on it one more time, I believe.
You know, you look at this game, and, you know, EC won this game a couple of years ago, back in 2015, 47-14. Back in 2015, they lead the series 2-0. So when you look at it, you know, you think that EC has the advantage, but so far the Valley Forge Patriots hanging tough.
All right, folks, and that last kneel down is going to bring about halftime. So, at the end of the first half, your score, Elyria Catholic 14, Valley Forge 13. Let's take a break. We'll come back with the halftime show as you're listening to the Cleveland Clinic Gridiron Clash right here on AM 930 WEOL, the mobile app,
and at WEOL.com. We did it! Yeah! High five. Oh my gosh, I feel like I lost 9 pounds.
What's Football North?
Where's that?
I'm delivering the 50-50.
They're, I believe that's a Canadian team.
Oh, good.
I'm pretty sure they're playing a Canadian team.
Hey, we're
Sounds
pretty
good to
sure the band jump didn't throw that pass. All three of us had 36. Josh Miller throwing the pass.
Yeah, we'll come back. We'll do
Okay,
it.
we'll change it. We'll change it. No worries.
I ran up and asked the...
Did you ask him? Okay, so it was Miller?
Yeah, 36.
36? Okay, no worries.
Because we were all focused on...
Banjoff didn't throw that pass, touchdown pass. It was Miller.
Oh, it was Miller?
Yeah.
Okay. We were all focused on
It's all right.
changing numbers.
No worries.
Yeah, Miller. It was Josh Miller?
Josh Miller. That's cool.
Whenever your band is ready, I'll get it to you.
She wrote the winning one there, but we gave you two just in case they have to show up.
Okay.
Okay?
Where should they report?
They come up here. Yeah. They come up here.
There's a sweat box down there.
By a score of 14-13 as you hear the Elyria Catholic Panther marching band on the field right now. Chad Meyer alongside Matt Lodi. Matt, quite the interesting first half.
Yeah, it was a really good first half. Very even first half if you look at it. I mean, total yards, 179 to 210 in favor of Valley Forge. Penalties, very minimal, 1 for 15 for Elyria Catholic, 2 for 19 for Valley Forge. There was one punt in the entire first half, Chad. These two teams just went back, up and down the field, played a very strong first half. I mean, it was really back and forth, and it shows in the fact that it's a one-point game.
Yeah, that's really a testament to both offensive lines with how well they're moving the football on the ground.
Yeah, you look at the guys, the big players that we talked about. Obviously, if you're talking about Valley Forge, you're talking about Mike Pappas, 10 carries for 43 yards, and if you're talking about Leighton Banjoff for the EC Panthers, he had the 56 yards on 13 carries. As a total, the Panthers ran for 59 yards, but give it up for the Valley Forge Patriots, 26 rushes, 165 yards in the first half, and that just goes to show you that when you're talking about John Quinones, he only threw the ball 4 times.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a testament that you could see. You wondered when you saw that 6 yards a carry average coming into this ball game. You wondered whether that was due to competition or whether that was due to execution, and we really see that they're executing really well.
Yeah, I mean, both teams, I think, have played a strong football game here tonight. You have to wonder how big that extra point is going to come into play for Valley Forge because, again, you really kind of I like the way Valley Forge has responded. Both big drives for them have come after long EC drives. EC had that one touchdown, that one series that only took 3 plays, 75 yards. Valley Forge responded with a 9-play, 70-yard drive to tie the game at 7. And then, of course, an 11-play drive for the Panthers, 70 yards, 4:15. They take the 14-7 lead on the Banjoff 4-yard run. And then here comes Valley Forge right back, 9 plays, 80 yards. But again, that missed extra point could loom large.
Once again, folks, we welcome you into the halftime show. Elyria Catholic leading Valley Forge 14-13 here in our Cleveland Clinic Gridiron Clash. Let's tell you how they got to this score. As there was no scoring in the first quarter at all. A bunch of back and forth. There was a couple of turnover on downs. That's also when the one punt happened in this ball game. Let's get to some highlights in the second quarter, as that's when the scoring really opened up. Both teams, both offensive lines really started to impose their will. But the first touchdown of the game, though, came on some trickeration from Elyria Catholic as Donovan Warfield streaked down the right sideline, and after Josh Miller got the pitch, and he found Donovan Warfield open deep down the right side and took it in for a touchdown.
Go with what you had on Banjoff. Stay with Banjoff.
Stay with Banjoff?
Yeah, it's your sideline. So.
All right. Can he get a copy of the stats? I was trying to make him have a copy.
There's a bunch of them down there. I don't know why I ordered this.
And here's this evening's performance with the 1981 tune made possible by American rock band Journey.
Or if you just want to rate
That
down
made it 7-0 in favor of Elyria Catholic, but Valley Forge would respond with a nice drive that ended
or take a photo.
in Nick Kugler 6-yard touchdown run at the 6:17 mark of the second quarter. Again, Elyria Catholic would come right back with a long drive.
Except for the Miller thing is wrong.
Minute 54, actually, no, excuse me, 2 minutes exactly on the clock. Elyria Catholic with a couple of tough runs from Lake Banjoff, and he would finish it off from 4 yards out.
First EC touchdown.
Yeah.
We said it was
Warfield. No, but who threw it?
Oh, I thought he handed off and he ran out.
It was Banjoff.
Right, that's what we had. And so she went upstairs and they said,
And all of those touchdowns were James Carpenter, second harvest touchdown, the only other touchdown by James Carpenter. California's full service women's store is a James Carpenter in University of Elyria and Sandusky. So after that touchdown, you really kind of had to wonder, was Valley Forge's offense going to respond once again? And they did. It was an offense that wasn't really built for the 2-minute offense, but they really proved us wrong and found the end zone as Nick Kugler once again found on a 10-yard touchdown pass with 31 seconds to go. Extra point was blocked, and that made it 14-13, and that is where we stand at halftime. So we've got 13 minutes to go. Elyria Catholic Band on the field, as we are going to go to a break and come back with more of the halftime show as you're listening to the Cleveland Clinic Gridiron Clash right here on AM 930 WEOL, on the mobile app, and online at WEOL.com.
hey, he had stuff going. We didn't get him.
Oh, sir. Oh.
I'm gonna be right down there.
Okay.
Someone get him when he comes out.
I told you, I'm not used to looking for that sideline.
I know.
I gotta get used to that.
All right.
That's my bad.
Don't worry about it.
Once again, guys, here's football players for 2017 Elyria Catholic High School.
I mean, whatever you want to do, it's we're cool. We're cool. I mean, no, I'm saying like if you want to, sure.
Yeah, we'll go into stats. Why not?
What do we do?
Good job.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. She's praising us.
Oh, well.
My one son who's actually in the band, is doing one of the commercials that
Oh.
you guys are running.
Oh, nice.
Along with Patrick Butler, Cody, and Patrick.
Well, if you want to send us a check or we take cash, I mean, just leave it here, you know. I mean, it's up to you.
That makes me mad that I missed that sideline.
Don't worry about it.
Welcome back, folks, to Byers Field here in Parma, Ohio. We're approaching 10 minutes to go here in halftime as the Valley Forge Patriot Marching Band is about to take the field. Chad Meyer alongside Matt Lodi. Adam Cahill down on the sidelines. Apologize to Adam Cahill as we will get him for a coach's interview here in the second half, before the second half of action gets underway. But again, Elyria Catholic leading 14-13 here at the half, as we're going to get into some stats, some good numbers here in the first half. There should be plenty of them, as both teams running the football really all over the field, Matt.
Yeah, you look at the fact that EC ran the football for 59 yards on 16 carries, a 3.7 yard per carry average. 10 yards was the long, and that, of course, was Leighton Banjoff, and he had the one touchdown. As far as Valley Forge is concerned, a much more conservative but better night running the ball. Right now, Lewis Arena is your leading rusher, 60 yards on 9 carries. Mike Pappas has 43 yards on 10 carries. Also, Chris Mayock, 1 carry, 24 yards. Nick Kugler has 3 carries, 18 yards. And the quarterback, Jonathan Quinones, has 2 carries, 18 yards. Overall, for the Patriots, they have 26 carries, 165 yards. They're putting up 6.3 yards per carry. The long was that one run for Mayock of 24 yards, and they've scored 2 touchdowns. Nick Kugler getting the 2 touchdowns. Actually, he had 1 rushing and 1 receiving. As far as Jonathan Quinones is concerned, he only threw the ball 4 times, 2 for 4 for 29 yards, and he was sacked also once, a percentage of 74. As far as Nick Kugler is concerned, he threw the ball 1 time for a 19-yard pass play, that going on that last drive that we saw just a few moments ago to Chris Mayock. As far as throwing for Cameron English, he had 8 attempts, 4 completions, 56 yards, as long as 26. Josh Miller, that's actually not Josh Miller, it's Leighton Banjoff. We threw the 1 pass, the 64-yard touchdown a little bit earlier in the game to Donovan Warfield. Warfield, 3 catches, 88 yards, and the touchdowns. That is pretty much it for the halftime stats. Again, we talked about penalties. Both teams keeping the flags off the field. Elyria Catholic has 1 penalty for 15 yards. You got Valley Forge 2 penalties for a total of 19 yards.
That is a look at the stats. Thank you, Matt. Again, 8:42 to go here in halftime. Elyria Catholic up 14-13. As let's take a look at some of the other games that are going on right now, Matt.
Yeah,
they're going on right now.
Well,
going
yeah,
on this weekend.
there's going to be it's a big weekend, and of course the big game here on AM 930 WEOL tomorrow night will be Midview and Avon. We talked a little bit about that game in the open. That is the game of the week. Last year, you saw that Midview lost in that game to Avon, 45-28, in a game that we had on AM 930 WEOL. Midview winning last week 27-7 over Amherst, and Avon defeated North Olmsted 51-14. These two teams have gone at it a lot, 22 times. Midview with the 13-9 series lead. I think this is a huge game when it comes to the playoff picture out of Lorain County, because you know that the loser of this game it's going to be a pretty serious hit.
Yeah, definitely a pretty serious hit as well. But, you know, Midview, you know, we talked about earlier in pregame, actually, about how Avon was really building a dynasty.
Yeah.
We didn't really touch on Midview. Coach DJ Shaw
doing a great job.
Doing a great job building himself another little program where it's getting to the point where, you know, that's another program that doesn't rebuild, they just reload.
Yeah, no question about it. And you look at that series, you know, 13-9 last year, Dustin Crum taking the loss for Midview. I think Midview's going to want some revenge tomorrow night, but Avon has played so well, it's hard to go against Avon. Though Mike Elder's got those Eagles playing very, very well.
And then the game over on Stream 2 is another good one. It's Patriot Athletic Conference play. It's going to be the Buckeye Bucks. The 4-0 Buckeye Bucks are visiting Columbia. The Raiders of Columbia, Coach Jason Ward, has a tough test on his hands, as there was a lot of question about the Buckeye Bucks coming into this year. You know, with Coach Benzoni leaving for Brunswick, you know, where he left that program. But obviously, they didn't lose a step in starting 4-0 this year.
No, they've looked very, very good. It's interesting. Both teams last week put up 48 points. Buckeye won 48-0 versus Lutheran West. Columbia winning 48-34 at Keystone, and Buckeye leads the series. The long-time series, 28 games to 10 games. The teams began meeting back in 1957. Columbia, the number 7 offense, and as far as Lorain County is concerned, number 13 in defense. So we'll have to see. Right now, Buckeyes ranked 3rd in Division 3 in Region 9. Columbia 7th in Division 6, Region 21. I like Buckeye in this game. I just think right now Buckeye's playing a better brand of football. We'll see, though. Columbia at home with Brandon Coleman and company. You know they're going to go hard after Buckeye tomorrow.
Yeah, you know, and it seems like nobody's talking about Columbia. I know they're in the opposite division of that conference, but nobody's talking about them. Everybody thinks it's a 3-team race, which it essentially is in that division between Black River, Firelands, and Buckeye. But don't sleep on Columbia.
No, absolutely not. You cannot do that. That's a very, very big game as far as that conference is concerned. Another big game, how about Amherst Steel? 3-1, 54-13 last year over Berea Mid-Park, but Berea Mid-Park playing a lot better football this year. They're also 3-1. Last week, Amherst lost 27-7 to Midview, and Berea Mid-Park put up 49 points at North Ridgeville, and they lead the season series 3-1, or it's not the season series, but the all-time series 3-1. I don't know. I just have a feeling Amherst Steel is going to have struggles tomorrow night.
Yeah, going to have a little bit of struggles, but you know what? Coach Passarello, coming over from Firelands, has that team ready to play. I mean, he's obviously built up that running game, and that's a big key, especially in high school. You know, I don't quite understand why a lot more teams in high school run the ball now. I mean, I know in this era of spread football, but high school, running the football in high school can still be very effective.
Yeah, it's interesting because, you know, when you look at it, when you talk about Berea Mid-Park, they're one of those teams that, you know, you don't normally talk about when it comes to playoffs or anything of that nature. Right now, they're 13th in Division 1, Region 1. So I'll tell you what, they have played very good football. I think, like I said, Amherst Steel, they're 7th in Division 2, Region 6 as far as the playoffs are concerned. And right now, Amherst with the number 8 offense in Lorain County, 27 points a game, and the number 6 defense only allowing 14 a game. Another big game tomorrow night, the Titans of Lorain. They will be in action against, well, as it says in the Chronicle Telegram, Football North. Football North is a team out of Canada, if I'm not mistaken. They are playing an all-road game schedule, meaning teams from Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Connecticut. They face fellow Lake Erie League member Cleveland Heights in Week 2 in a 31-6 win. They're 2-2, so I know nothing about Football North, but I do know a little bit about Lorain, and I know that Dave McFarland's going to have the Titans ready, and we've got the Titans next week. Not even next week, but a week from tonight, right here on AM 930 WEOL. As they will. No, I'm sorry, I take that back. Not Lorain, but we have Elyria next Thursday night, as the Pioneers will be at home to host Shaker Heights. So that is a week from tonight. But getting back, you look at Lorain, that's an interesting game because when you're taking on a team that you've never seen before, they may have seen film on them, but other than that, they probably don't know a whole lot about Football North out of Canada.
They don't. I wouldn't assume. I mean, do you think they have a 55-yard line up there?
I don't know. I mean, they're from Ontario, Canada, so who knows?
Are the rules the same in Canadian high school football?
They must be.
In Canadian pro football?
I have no idea. All I know is Lorain is 9th in Division 1 Region 2, so we'll have to wait and see. By the way, you talked about Black River a few minutes ago. Black River at 4-0 is getting set for probably a win tomorrow night. They're taking on Oberlin. Black River won 43-0 last week against Fairview, and they are 7-0 lifetime against Oberlin. I like Black River in a big way tomorrow night.
Yeah, we had Black River and Fairview on the Medina County matchup last week, myself and Michael Keefe, and that three-headed monster rushing attack that Black River has between Travis Sexton, Riley Gibbs, and... Wow, we just got some brownies.
Yeah, well, all right. Good night, everybody. Take a break. We'll see you in 8 minutes.
Good one, Tim. If you want to come down here and finish off the game, Matt and I are going to be busy for the next second half, as Paulette just brought up some of my famous brownies.
Well, you know, again, Black River, they're one of those teams, Chad, I've seen them many times over the years, that you get in that stadium and they're hard to beat. That's a team that when they play at home and that crowd is right on top of you because they don't, you know, you feel like anyway the crowd is right on top of you. They're an awfully tough team to beat.
Yeah, actually, I mean, and it's an old school football team.
That's what I mean.
They run that wing team.
They remind me of a football team from Dallas. You know what I mean? Let's go down. We've got Adam Cahill right now getting set for our interview with head coach Dave Stupka and company, right?
won't die.
I might sweat to death.
I'm right behind you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2017 Valley Forge Marching Patriots. The Patriots are led by drum major Heather.
All right, thank you for that. Okay, let's first step down. And let's take a break, folks, and we're going to come back here. We're going to have the Raven to the second half. We'll talk about what these two teams do to get the victory tonight. Gridiron Clash on AM 930 WEOL.
And on WEOL.com.
Parma Band Spectacular Junior Gala. Pharmacy School District will once again.
Well, you know, we didn't have 9 things to say before a break. You know, Alcorn selling everything.
We hope you will join us.
Gotta say this, you gotta say that.
September 23rd here at Byers Field.
My goodness. It must not be, is it homecoming? Because I don't see any homecoming floats or anything. It must be something, though.
What I wouldn't give for a water right now.
Sorry, buddy. That's why I bought my own.
Wow.
Oh, I thought that was you.
The joy of crepe paper.
All right, one more and I'm done. This is not even a full one. It's like a piece.
Oh. Those are the best brownies I've ever had.
Away. Those weren't even a good batch.
Oh,
Those weren't even Guinness brownies.
yeah, come back after this.
Into it.
Where's George?
Welcome back, folks, to Byers
George
Field
will
here in
be
Parma,
somebody
Ohio.
else
We're getting
his
set
name
for
wrong.
second half action on our Cleveland Clinic Gridiron Clash on AM 930 WEOL. As we have 2:13 to go here, Elyria Catholic is up on Valley Forge by 1 point, 14-0. Chad Meyer.
14-13.
Oh yeah, it's 14-13. Excuse me. Thank you, Matt. That's
why I'm here, buddy.
That's why you're a legend.
Well, I don't know about that, but that's why I'm here.
14-13. Elyria Catholic and Valley Forge in a good one here, folks. Chad Meyer. Matt Lodi. Adam Cahill is down on the sideline, speaking to him. As every sideline report for him is brought to you by Students TV and Appliance. But after that, folks, let's get to the keys to the second half, presented by Raymond Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning, trouble-free service and installation since 1957. Raymond Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning. So, Matt, what do you think? What do we got? Second half.
Well, the keys to the second half is to somehow find a way to get air conditioning in the press box, but I don't think that's going to happen tonight. So I'll go to the key for Valley Forge. Keep running the football. They have been very successful tonight, and they've been very effective when it comes to running the football. They've got 165 yards, and what I like is they're not just leaning on Pappas only. He's got 10 carries for 43 yards, but Hagar's got a carry, Mayock's got a carry, Kugler's got 3 carries, and Louis Arena. He's been the big man right now tonight offensively, I think, for the Patriots. He's been the guy that has made plays, 9 carries for 60 yards. So for me, if you're Valley Forge, keep running the football. If you're EC, you got to pick it up a little bit. Leighton Banjoff's got 13 carries for 56 yards. But when it comes to moving the football, both teams have done a pretty good job. But I'd like to see EC try to get going a little bit more offensively. And they've got to find a way to stop Valley Forge. Valley Forge has had some long drives tonight, and eventually that's going to beat up your defense.
Yeah, I think, for EC defensively, you really have to set that edge because Valley Forge has a lot of their success in the running game
Outside,
the edge.
yeah.
So you definitely want to set that, force them back in the middle, and see what happens. But anyway, folks, we're getting set. Josh Kovacs in to kick it away. Leighton Banjoff and Donovan Warfield in to receive for Elyria Catholic, and he kicks it away. Zach Evans is just going to fall on it at the 31-yard line, and that's where EC will have it. First down and 10. As that kickoff was brought to you by KP Professional Flooring. Don't fumble your floor shopping. Score a touchdown with KP Professional in Grafton. Huge selection, great prices, and skilled installation. So, English has the play. He'll come on out. Just underway here in the second half. Elyria Catholic up 14-13, and a good one here, folks. So don't go anywhere. English under center. Gibb is going to go to Banjoff. Has to move around the right side. Slipping a couple of tackles across the 35, across the 40, and is brought down at the 41-yard line. So a good start there for that EC offense.
That's the way you want to start it, with a big gain of 10 yards and a first down. Great, effective way to start here in the second half.
EC going to take their time. Bring the play in. English under center now. High formation in the backfield. Two receivers far out wide to his left. As English turns, gives to Banjoff, but nothing much doing for him on that play. Maybe a half a yard at best. As that'll bring up second down and long here for the Panthers.
They're actually not going to credit him with anything. Maybe a yard. Yes, they do give him a yard, so that'll bring up a 2nd and 9 from the 43. Again, they've run a lot of off tackle tonight, but the Valley Forge Patriots defensive line has done a rather effective job.
English will work under center. High formation in the backfield. Receiver to either side. As they sweep, it's going to go to Banjoff on the right side. Has a little bit of blocking. He's going to cut back inside across the 45, close to Valley Forge territory. We'll see where they mark him. Just inside the 50. So another good gain there by Banjoff. It's going to bring up a 3rd and short, though, as he was just short of the marker.
Yeah, they gave him 7 yards officially, so it's going to be a 3rd and 2 from about the 49-yard line. So, again, a big play early here in the third quarter to see if EC can keep the drive going.
English has the play, just jogging over to that sideline to get the play. Content to
take some time, right.
High formation in the backfield. As he once again goes to Banjoff, and Valley Forge
doesn't get it.
This time.
Does not get it.
Valley Forge defense stands tall and they stop. Leighton Banjoff for a loss, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Nope, actually, 4 progress. They're going to give him the original line of scrimmage. So, just inside EC territory. We'll see what Coach Stuck
They're going to punt. No, they're going to punt.
4th and 2, so this is only going to be the 2nd punt on the ballgame, folks, as Leighton Banjoff is in to kick it away. Back deep for the Patriots is Dylan Magda. Josh Miller will call the snap. As he snap is back, Banjoff gets the kick away. End-over-end kick. It's going to take an Elyria Catholic bounce at the 22. Rolls down to about the 10 and is going to get down at the 9-yard line. So a good punt there by Banjoff. But the Valley Forge defense stands tall and they take over. 1st down and 10.
Very good drive to start the second half for Valley Forge, but they're going to have to go a long way. We've seen them go 80 yards tonight, but we'll see if they can go 91, because if they're going to hit pay dirt, that's how long they're going to have to go with 9:38 to play here in the third quarter.
All right, folks, so see if Valley Forge has more success off the edge. Quinones on 1st and 10 will work under center. 2 wing backs with Pappas as lone back in the backfield. As the give goes to Arena around the right side once again, gets across the 10, and he gets to about the 12-yard line. So a couple of yards on 1st down, a modest gain. Going to bring up about a 2nd down and 7.
Arena was the main ball carrier in the first half. We talked about him a moment ago, averaging 6 yards a carry. He went 9 times for 60 yards in that first half.
So 2nd down and 7 upcoming at the Valley Forge 13-yard line. Quinones work under center. Pappas the lone back in the backfield. Mayak will go in motion, and Mayak gets the carry, slips a tackle. A good job there as he gets up to around the 15-yard line. It slowed him down just enough for the EC pursuit to stop him for a minimal gain. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 7.
Yeah, they're going to call it 3rd and 7 from the 14-yard line. So credit 2 yards, maybe a yard actually for Mayak on that play.
Boy, Mayak really sells it. As
yeah, he does.
Give it around the left side. He doesn't want EC to believe he has the ball.
It's 3rd and 6 officially now, so 2 yards for Mayak.
So Quinones under center once again, run and shoot look. As Arena comes in motion to his left, Quinones play action fake and a roll to his right, looking to throw, throws, and it's complete to Mayak around the right side, crosses the 20, up out of bounds across the 25, and he's going to be marked at the 27. So, you know, when Valley Forge has had to pass tonight, Matt, it's been very effective.
Yeah, and you know what they're doing is Quinones is running out of the pocket, so all that EC pressure has got to come from the outside, and they're just not getting the edge. And what tends to happen on a pass play like that is you leave a guy open in the flat and Mayak, and that's a well-designed play for DeAngelis and his assistant coaches. They've seen something in film about EC trying to get to the outside that they're just not covering the guys.
So 1st and 10. Arenas goes in motion to the right. Give goes to Pappas. First man through, crossing 30, 35, 40. Slips a couple of tackles, still churning his legs. pushing his way up towards the 45. Not quite going to get there at the 44, but a great job of tough running there by the sophomore running back.
And that's a 17-yard gain. And again, we've talked about fatigue. We've talked about the fact that, you know, how hot it is tonight. You have to wonder the amount of drives that Valley Forge has had. If this ECD line, they're on one knee right now, is a little winded. 9 plays, 80 yards. They had a 9-play, 70-yard drive in the first half. And they even had a play that went eight plays but did not score.
First and 10 for the Patriots at their own 44-yard line. Give once again goes to Pappas. Has some room. That Valley Forge offensive line continues to drive. Forward progress is going to stop Pappas at his own 48-yard line. But again, another good gain.
About 4 yards. You can get 4 or 5 yards on first down. Your offense is doing a good job.
And that's what's going to open up that passing game. That's why the passing game has
been effective, especially on third down. It's going to end up being a 2nd and 6, sorry.
7:20 to go here in the third quarter. Elyria Catholic holding on to a 14-13 lead, but Valley Forge once again putting together a nice drive. Quinones under center. Lewis Arena goes in motion. The give goes to Pappas, but nothing doing for him this time. EC gets good penetration and stops him for about a 2-yard loss, and that's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Well, this is the play that's been effective for Valley Forge. So he's going to lose officially 1 yard, so it's going to now make it a 3rd and 8 from the 46. You know, this play is where Quinones is getting out of the pocket and finding a receiver. So look for him to try to do the same thing again. He'll probably try to get outside the pocket and try to find one of his guys in the flat. That happened last time with Mayock on 3rd and 7 from the 14.
Quinones under center, split backs in the backfield this time. He's going to roll to his left. Oh, eludes pressure. As an Elyria Catholic defensive lineman was out, but he breaks the tackle. He's into the open field, into Elyria Catholic territory, and he gets a first down.
He broke 3 tackles. The big tackle on that play was, I believe, I can't see a number here, but one of the EC Panthers had him in the backfield, did not tackle him. And once he got outside the containment, he ended up running for the first down. It's a gain of 8. Or, I'm sorry, it's a gain of 10, and it's a first down.
Andre Rodriguez.
Yeah, there you go.
Dead to rights. And Quinones slipped out of it and was able to break free and get a first down. So Valley Forge continues to roll along here.
And again, this drive started at their own 9-yard line, so right now they're in EC territory. Even if they don't score here, Chad, they've won the battle, even though obviously they want more because they're trailing.
And the give goes to Pappas now, around the right side. He keeps moving his legs and almost breaks free there, but he crosses the 40, and he's brought down close to the 38-yard line. So, I mean, you know, a chunk gain, again, 4 or 5 yards.
Yep, 4 yards, yep.
You're just going to keep moving the chains here. If you keep churning out runs of 4 or 5 yards a crack. So, a nice job here by Valley Forge.
This will already be the 9th play of the drive, and again, as we mentioned a moment ago, with the weather, with the humidity, with the heat on that AstroTurf, you see the Panthers on one knee in between the plays. You got to wonder if there's a little fatigue setting in.
Quinones under center, Mayock, man in motion, but the give goes to Pappas, and there's that effective trap play as EC really concentrating on that end around, which is opening up the middle for Pappas. As Pappas gets close to another first down, it's going to be about a yard short at the 34-yard line. So another 3rd and very manageable here for a running offense in Valley Forge.
Yeah, you're going to call it 3rd and 2 officially at the 34-yard line.
As we'll get to Adam Cahill on the sidelines after this play. Quinones under center, 3rd down and 2, 4.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Mayock, the man in motion, the give goes to Pappas, cuts back inside.
I don't think he got it.
Gets close to a first down, maybe a yard, but it looks like he's going to be just short. Let's go to Adam Cahill. Adam.
You see big number 73, Darius Randleman, get a push into the offensive backfield, and then Constantino gets his hands on Pappas.
They just brought in big Jimmy Bateman, an extra lineman, for a little bit of push here on 4th and 1. 79 just checked in. He's playing basically a tight end, and he's big.
Just has to keep rubbing it in, doesn't he, Matt?
Movement!
Oh, wow.
Movement. Elyria Catholic moves on the hard count. by Quinones. As that is going to move Valley Forge up 5 yards and get them a first down.
That's a huge
there.
play, yeah. That's going to take it to the 28-yard line. You know, Adam brought up a good point. This drive started with 9:38 to go in the third quarter. We're at the 3:50 mark, so it's already been a drive that's lasted 5+ minutes. And you could bet right now, if you're EC, you've got to find a way to get a turnover. You've got to find a way to stop this Valley Forge offense, which has been very effective.
Quinones under center, split backs in the backfield. Pappas lined up behind him. He's going to bring his tight end to the other side of him on the left.
Tight end. Isaiah Kramer's there.
As the give is going to go to Pappas around the left side, gets some more good blocking, gets up around the 25, and where he'll be brought down. So another 4-yard gain on first down. Adam Cahill sideline report is brought to you by Stewart's TV and Appliance. During the GE Labor Day sales event, you'll save on select individual GE appliances and on select GE appliance packages. Visit Stewart's on Cooper Street in Elyria.
Chris Mayock getting the play. He's coming back in the game, so don't be surprised to see Mayock have something going right here.
As Quinones on second down and 6, 2:56 to go here in the third quarter. Elyria Catholic clinging to a 14-13 lead. Give goes to Pappas once again out the middle, and he almost had a pocket to run behind there, Matt. And he gets close to the 20-yard line. And yeah, I think that's where we're going to mark him at. It's going to bring up another 3rd and short.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and short, 3rd and about 2 from the 20. And Pappas on this drive.
Look at the push, Dave. Look at the
That's his 8th carry of the drive already.
I mean, that's outstanding.
See why they keep feeding him. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 here for the Patriots. Backs on that.
And I'm out of confidence.
Pappas lined up behind him. Mayock goes in motion. Give goes to Pappas from the left side.
He got
Nice
it.
cutback
He
to
got
the
it.
left, and he's going to get across the chains to the 18-yard line. Move him once again as Valley Forge is in the red zone. Well, yeah, you really got to think that fatigue is taking its toll.
Well, Pappas there, 39 yards on 9 carries just on this drive. I mean, he has had 9 carries. And again, you're talking about a drive that just hit 7 minutes and 38 seconds. This drive again started with 9:38 to go in the third quarter, and we're now at 1:50.
All right, folks. Quinones under center. Same formation. Split backs in the backfield. This time a receiver out to his left. Pappas bounces off a tackler, but not much doing for him on this play. Maybe a yard or two. Elyria Catholic there in 2 holes. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 9 upcoming.
Yeah, they're in field goal range right now. You don't want to make any mistakes if you're Valley Forge. I say you're just going to probably keep running the football. Then again, this might be a perfect time to try to go play action.
2nd down and 9 upcoming. Clock ticking down to 1:20 to go. Elyria Catholic again holding on to a 14-13 lead, but Valley Forge is threatening. As Quinones will work under center. Chris Mayock actually giving Pappas a blow.
There's your play action.
Quinones looking to throw, but he's not going to have anybody open, and he's just going to let the ball go. But it falls incomplete. I think he had Luis Arena there. But Coach Stelka on the far sideline is definitely arguing.
He wants an intentional grounding, and he may have a case for it. Where that ball was thrown, there wasn't a Valley Forge receiver anywhere in sight. I didn't see one anyway. The Valley Forge coaches are now on the field arguing that there was somebody, and the officials are talking about it. If this ends up being an intentional grounding, that is a huge play because it's a loss of down. Right now, they have not called a flag, and Stupka's still out on the field. Now it comes in. Wow.
Now the flag is being thrown.
DeAngelis is furious.
Yeah. Luis Arena was the closest receiver to him, but that ball sailed way too far over his head. He wasn't really in the vicinity of that pass, and that's a huge, huge loss. Like you said, Matt, back at the 25-yard line. We'll get to Adam Cahill after this play.
So it's technically a loss of 9, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 18 from the 25. Wow, a huge play.
Quinones will work under center.
Now they're going to what?
Looks like he might want a timeout.
He doesn't know the play. They're going to have to call a timeout, yeah. He didn't know the play. I don't know if the coaches were so consumed with the intentional grounding they didn't call anything or what, but he didn't seem to know the play. So he did the right thing, though, by calling the timeout instead of just snapping the ball and trying to do something with it. So with 1 minute to go here in the third quarter, it's still 14-13. And let's go down to Adam Cahill, who's on that sideline. Adam?
mission of the Valley Forge Club is to support, encourage, and advance the athletic programs of Valley Forge High School. With you, John.
Yeah. Did you get a sense, though, Adam, real quick, that there was anybody in the area?
Lost wallet. Report to the police over at the south end. Eva, her name is Eva. Yes. Eva, I'll go sign. Give me your pen.
All right, thank you, Adam. That sideline report brought to you by Stewart's TV and Appliance. So here we go, folks. Third down at 18. A minute 2 to go here. The ball is at the Elyria Catholic 25-yard line. Quinones just going to keep it himself. He gets around the 20-yard line, so he gets a few yards back. As I mean, you got to think it might have been 2-down territory, but it looks like they're going to send Josh Kovach in to try field goal.
Yeah, and again, they want to get the lead here, so I can understand going for this. And if they get it, they will indeed take the lead.
Ball is going to be put down after the snap. Looks like it's going to be marked at around the 27-yard line, so call this a 37-yard field goal. Kovach, not on the hash marks, right in the middle of the field. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and it's blocked. It is blocked, and Quinones falls on it, and Elyria Catholic will take over at the 27. Oh man, what a turn of events there.
Yeah, I mean, you go that long. I mean, they held the ball right there for 9 minutes and 17 seconds and do not score. And that drive, don't forget, started at their 9-yard line and it ended at the 21. So you figure 41 yards going one way, and then they got another, 25 yards the other way? No, actually more, 29 yards. So a long drive for Valley Forge nets nothing.
They have an injured Panther on the field, folks, but Matt, that could be a backbreaker here.
Yeah.
I mean, you definitely you drive that long, you move the ball so well, costly penalty, and then a field goal gets blocked. So Valley Forge defense really going to have to respond here.
Yeah, a 16-play drive, 70 yards total there for Valley Forge, and again, they do not score on it. I mean, again, in some ways you could say it's a win for Forge because they ate up so much clock, but the problem is they're still losing.
Yeah, still down by 1. So, that looks like that could be, if it's anything of significance, folks, it looks like Donovan Warfield is the injured Panther on the
You hope he just got the wind knocked out of him, or again, talk about a hot night, a cramp,
Yeah, walking off the field under his own power. It looks like, maybe he was the one that blocked that field goal. And, maybe knock the wind out of him. So, Elyria Catholic is going to take over at their own 25-yard line. 1st and 10 with 21 seconds to go here in the third quarter. So we'll see, and this is another close game for Elyria Catholic, Matt. So this is a good test to finish a game.
Yeah, no question about it. And again, now you're hoping your offense can give your defense a bit of a breather.
So here's English now, as the pitch is going to go to Banjoff around the right side. He gets across the 30 and knocked out of bounds. Actually, they're going to say he was marked at the 29-yard line, so gain of about 4 or 5 yards on first down. Second down upcoming for the Panthers.
I think they're going to, I was going to say, they might let the clock run out here, take another breather, and get into the fourth quarter.
They're going to have to run another play here.
Oh, they do? Okay, my bad.
Banjoff went out of bounds. 15 seconds to go here, folks. Second down and 6 for the Panthers at the 29-yard line. High formation in the backfield. 2 receivers far to his left. It goes to Banjoff once again. Cuts back in the middle. Crosses the 30, and he stood up around the 31-yard line. And that is going to do it here for the third quarter of play. So, folks, we are going to take a break and come back with fourth quarter action here on the Cleveland Clinic Gridiron Clash here on AM 930 WEOL, on the mobile app, and online
at WEOL.com. What do you get, 2 yards? So it's a 4th and 3rd and 6.
Welcome back, folks, here to Byers Field in Parma, Ohio. As we are getting set for fourth quarter action here on the Cleveland Clinic Gridiron Clash between Elyria Catholic and Valley Forge. Chad Meyer alongside Matt Lodi. And down on the sidelines is Adam Cahill, as Adam will give to you after this first play. Again, folks, Adam's sideline report is brought to you by Stewart's TV and Appliance, as all of his sideline reports have been brought to you by. 3rd and 4 upcoming for Elyria Catholic. Ball is on the 31 of the Panthers. Elyria Catholic, both teams trying to take as much time off the clock as possible. As Engrish will work out of the shotgun now. He's going to roll to his left, looking to throw, looking downfield, throws, and it is incomplete. Throw was short of his intended receiver, Zach Evans, and that's going to bring up 4th down, and Elyria Catholic will have to punt. Let's go down to Adam Cahill. Adam?
One of the best blitzers in the area. About it, number 8,
It's painful.
32.
Thank you, Adam. As Leighton Banjoff in to kick it away. Back deep for the Patriots is Dylan Magda. As the ball is going to bounce at the Patriots 31, and it's going to take an Elyria Catholic roll, and it's going to get down at, looks like the 13-yard line.
Wow.
So, Valley Forge, once again, has a chance here to get some points and take the lead.
Well, this will be an interesting drive because the last drive went 9 minutes and 17 seconds, 16 plays, 70 yards, and came away with a blocked field goal. So, you know, now for the rest of tonight, at least, they're going to be without one of their playmakers, Cameron Hager, as we see him on the sideline with crutches, and it looks like a foot in either some sort of splint. So bad news for the Patriots.
Yeah, another playmaker for them going down. Coach DeAngelis was talking about how bad their health is, and that's just another injury. So, 1st and 10. Give goes to Chris Mack around the left side. As
nice run.
He slips another tackle across the 15 to the 20. And he gets tackled around the 21-yard line. So, another good game. Valley Forge just keeps churning out rushing yards and churning out rushing yards.
Yeah, they give him a gain of 7. You almost feel like if you're EC right now that you're going to, you almost feel like they're just trying to hang on here. And that last drive didn't even last a minute. You know, they got 2 runs and a pass play incomplete. They've got to find a way to stop this run game.
Second down and short upcoming. Give goes to Panthers. He has some room into the open field. Cuts back across the 35, 40, pushing his way up towards midfield, and he's brought down around the 49-yard line. So another good run there by Mike Pappas, just carrying defenders with him, almost to EC territory.
Yeah, this is right now. This is the imposing your will. That's a gain of 28 yards and a 1st down.
10:52 to go here, folks, in the ball game. Elyria Catholic, as you said, Matt, clinging to a 14-13 lead.
Yeah, I just don't see how they're going to stop this run game.
Quinones, under center, give goes to Pappas, has room once again inside Panther territory, and he's tripped up around the 45-yard line. So, chunk up another 5 yards for Pappas, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and 5.
You know, again, when you look at this Valley Forge team, they ran all over Normandy a week ago. They put up 41 points. Tonight, they've only put up 13 against a much better defense in EC, but you have a feeling right now this is Valley Forge game to lose, especially because it's a 1-point game. They've controlled the second half, and they're controlling the line of scrimmage.
Quinones under center now. Mayock, the man in motion to his left. Give goes to Pappas right up the middle. Again, has room, crosses the 40, 35, dragging defenders to the 32-yard line. I mean, what more can you say, Matt?
You can't stop. You're not stopped. Yeah, they've got to find a way to stop this run game, no matter who's carrying the ball. Mayock, Pappas, Quinones himself. I mean, obviously Hagar's out of the game, so that's one thing they don't have to worry about. But right now, it just seems like Mayock, Pappas, and Quinones himself are just controlling the line of scrimmage with this run game. And again, give credit to that Valley Forge offensive line. They've done a tremendous job tonight.
Quinones under center now on 1st and 10 from the Elyria Catholic 33-yard line. Give goes to Pappas once again. Has some room. He's going to cross the 30 and get down to around the 29-yard line. So, I mean, another good game. Just, I mean, it's 3 yards.
It's 4 yards every time. Yeah, it's really 4 yards. I mean, I don't know what his average is, but it's got to be close to right now because he has already on this drive. He's had runs of 28, 5, and 13, and that was a 4-yarder. You kind of get a feeling right now that, as I said, Valley Forge is just going to keep doing this until EC stops it. They haven't had a play under 4 yards in this drive yet. They're already on their 6th play.
Clock ticking down to 9 minutes to go here in the ball game. As Luis Arena, the man in motion. And
that's Arena.
It's going to give to Arena around the left side. Cuts back, has some room across the 25, and he's brought down at the 22. And that is going to bring up yet again another first down for Valley Forge.
Arena has been the guy to get the big plays tonight. Pappas has been the bruising workhorse for this Patriots team. And with 8:44 to go, you're going to see a run here, I bet, because, again, you're already first down at the 22. They want a touchdown, Chad. They don't want to have to worry about a field goal because the last time they did, it ended up getting blocked after a bad intentional grounding penalty that Quinones himself had to take.
Quinones working under center. Mayock, the man in motion, as the give is to the first man through. That was not Pappas. That was somebody new that time. And it looks like it was number 10.
So that's Nick Kugler. Yep.
Who has both Valley Forge touchdowns tonight. As he'll come out, and Dylan Magda checking back in with the play.
He's going to get, Mal, it looked like they gave him a yard. No, I guess they didn't give him a yard, so it's going to be a sec. That's the first big play by EC this drive to stop him. So it'll be 2nd and 10 with 7:55 and counting to go.
Quinones working under center. Pappas comes back into the ballgame. As the give is going to go to Luis Arena around the left side, and that time, Elyria Catholic, Zach Evans, coming in from his defensive end spot, and Luis Arena is getting up slowly.
Yeah, he took a shot. That's a great play by EC. They did not fall for the trick. They stayed in their lanes, and eventually Evans came up and made a huge play, and they go back 5 yards to the 27. This is the situation of your EC you want to be in. 3rd and 14 from the 27-yard line, a loss of 4 on the play. This is now, Quinones is going to have to probably throw the football here. It's something that they haven't had to do a lot tonight.
3rd down and 14. Quinones, play action pass, looking to throw around the left side. Doesn't have anybody. Still rolling to his right, looking for somebody. He's going to come back to his left. He's going to have some room,
run.
And he is blocking. 25, 20, 15, out of bounds around the first down marker. Boy,
wow.
Oh boy, what a job to stay alive by the senior quarterback.
I think he's got a first down, and I'll tell you what, he looked like Marcus Allen in the Super Bowl. He had nowhere to go on the left side or on the right side, took it across the field, and ended up getting a first down on the 12-yard line. That's a gain of 15.
Boy, oh boy. I mean, as much of a backbreaker as that could have been, it turned into a big momentum shift.
Well, and you also,
I
I can't say it enough, Chad, you've got to wonder the fatigue factor right now for EC. They've been on the field forever. Now this drive, with 6:56 to go, has taken almost 5 minutes. Their last drive took 9 minutes. They have unbelievably controlled the game in the second half, even though they are still down by a point.
We know he's under center now, as the give is going to go to Arena around the left side.
Oh, he fell down.
His footing.
Yeah, he fell down.
As he's upset with himself. After that, I mean, if he did hold on to it, he did have some room there.
Yeah.
And that's going to bring up, I think he got back to the original line, so 2nd down and 10 upcoming. Clock coming down to about 6.5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter.
I mean, realistically, Valley Forge is very happy to just run clock. I mean, they don't want EC to get the ball again, but, I mean, obviously they're going to at some point. They can't run 6 minutes off the clock, but they've already run over 5 here in this drive.
Quinones under center, 2nd down and 10. Mayock, the man in motion, give goes to Pappas about up the middle, has some room, cuts back inside, breaks the tackle to the 5, still pushing, can he break free? No, he's going to get down around the 3-yard line.
What a play.
They don't have Pappas' measurements on here, but I'm curious as to his size and weight, Matt, because I mean, he looks like he has that low center of gravity, which is tough to bring down, but man, oh man, is he a tough runner.
I thought he was going to get in there. Just the way that he was running, it's a 1st and goal on the 2-yard line. So if you're Valley Forge right now, you're just very happy. Even if you don't score on this play, you know that right now you have worn out this EC defense in the second half to the point where they should be able to get this ball in the end zone.
Quinones under center now. As the give goes to Pappas, he's going to push his way. No signal yet. He looks like he's in. Still no signal.
I think he's in. Yes,
Patriots.
he's in.
With 5:39 to go here, folks, Valley Forge has taken a 19-14 lead.
That was just a matter of time. We just kept saying it. There was no way they were going to stop them. That drive, 85 yards in 12 plays. Unbelievable. And it ends with 5:39 to go. That drive took 6 minutes and 4 seconds off the clock, and it's going to give Valley Forge some type of lead after the pending extra point.
And that's another $10 donated to the Second Harvest Touchdown to End Hunger, which is brought to you by Jamie's Carpet Shop, Lorain County's oldest full-service flooring store. Visit Jamie's Carpet Shop in Amherst, Elyria, and Sandusky. So the Patriots will go for 2 now, as Quinones looking to throw along the left side, and it's incomplete. Intended for Pappas, but he just dropped it. As that is going to keep the score 19-14 in favor of Valley Forge. Probably a good idea there, as you would have to force EC to get 7. An extra point probably does you no good.
Does you no good. It doesn't. It's insignificant. So.
Nevertheless, folks, stay tuned. The Patriots, the Valley Forge Patriots are taking a 19-14 lead. 5:39 to go here in the fourth quarter. Let's go down to the sidelines and Adam Cahill. Adam.
There was a winner in a 50-50 a while back already.
Yep.
Probably answered.
Oh, the ball. Should have caught it. Caught it, but at least the pass would have been
Certainly have energy. We've seen a lot of it. Oh, yeah. And they're playing against a Valley Forge team that momentum is on their side.
Okay, 32 is the
They have a lot of two-way players. They just get deep in the game.
Josh Hobart giving up.
Thank you, Adam. That sideline report was brought to you by Stewart's TV and Appliance.
Again, that. Okay, sorry.
All right, folks.
12 plays, 85 yards, took 6:04 off the clock. So with 5:39 to go, this is now EC's game, as they're going to try to get a score to win the football game, but they have struggled in the second half.
So Kovac's kick comes down to Evans, and he's going to take it out of bounds around the 39-yard line. And Josh Kovac's kick was brought to you by KP Professional Flooring. Don't fumble your floor shopping. Score a touchdown with KP Professional and Crafted. Huge selection, great prices, and skilled installation. So here we go, folks. EC has 60 yards to go with 5:36 to go. We'll see what they can do. While we have a moment, I'd like to send a shout out to Big Josh Wally Montgomery, my old college roommate, listening all the way down in Sydney, Ohio.
There you go, buddy. There you go. Hey,
Thanks for listening, Josh.
just a quick. Okay.
As on 1st and 10 here for Cameron English, rolls to his right, throws, and it is complete on the right side to Donovan Warfield inside the Valley Forge territory, knocked out of bounds at the Patriot 48-yard line. So a good play on first down there for EC.
Yeah, it's a 12-yard play and a first down. Real quick, before that play, the second half, EC had run 6 plays for 24 yards. Valley Forge in the second half, 28 plays, 155 yards. So 155 to 24 in the second half.
Just a dominating second half here for the Patriots. So 1st and 10 now for EC.
And they're letting this clock, well, actually the clock is stopped because we got what? Oh, it's a penalty on EC, and it's a killer.
On the Panthers.
Wow.
Big play is negated.
Illegal receiver downfield. Wow. That's a big play. That's going to take the ball all the way back to the 35-yard line. So that's a loss of 5, but still.
Big mental mistake there by the Panthers. So English has the play. Nevertheless, it's going to be 1st and 15 at the EC 35. English brings them to the line. High formation in the backfield. 2 receivers far out to his right. As the give goes to Banjoff, has a little bit of room, pushing his way up to around the original line of scrimmage, and he carried defenders over it to about the 42-yard line. So, good game there. Way to go by Banjoff. Good tough running there. It's going to bring up a second down at about 8.
I mean, if you're EC, in a weird way, you have to look at this as the last drive of the game, because the way that Valley Forge is running the football and the way that EC has not been able to stop them, I don't think they get the ball back. I mean, there's 4:47 to go. If you're in a fourth and I'd say less than 15, you've got to go for it.
So Angrish, back in the shotgun. 2 running backs to either side of him. Looking to throw. He's going to throw a jump ball down the right sideline, and it is incomplete. Good coverage there by Mike Pappas, as his intended receiver Dan Peacock went up for it, but ball was too far out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
Yeah,
for the Panthers.
That was too far out of bounds, and Valley Forge knew that play was coming. They had 2 guys standing right there. It wasn't even close, so...
Going to bring up a key 3rd down and 8. Here, like you said, man, it's a key play on this, drive, because if you give Valley Forge the ball back, they're just going to run that clock out because you haven't been able to stop that running attack.
That's why I said if it's less than 15 yards, you almost have to think they're going to go for it.
So Banjoff goes in motion to his right, going to look out to the left, throw a screen out there as Banjoff gets across the 45.
He's short, though. He didn't get it.
He knocked out of bounds pretty much right at the 45, so that's going to be a good 4th down and about 6. So, I mean, if you're Coach Stupka,
you have to.
You have to.
This is the ball game. I mean, with 4:26 to go, your defense has not stopped anybody in the second half. Again, one more time, if you missed it, Valley Forge, 28 plays, 155 yards in the second half, drives of 70 and 85 yards, and they've got 1 touchdown out of it, but it's been enough.
All right, folks, 4th down and 5 for EC. Play action fake, rolling to his right, throws, and it is incomplete.
Wow.
Engrish's pass, intended for Josh Miller, goes through his hands, and it's a turnover on downs, and Valley Forge takes over.
You know, the sad thing there is he had him open. He was wide open, and all you got to do at that point is just get the ball to your receiver. Don't worry about trying to throw it too hard. I think that English probably put a little bit too much on that football. That's what it looked like from up here. Now you're in a whole heap of trouble. You've got 3 timeouts with 4:21 to go, but again, you haven't done anything to stop anybody in the second half, and you got to believe you're going to get a steady dose of Mike Pappas, who on the last drive ran the ball 6 times and ended up with the game, well, right now anyway, the go-ahead touchdown for Valley Forge.
All right, folks, 1st down and 10 for Valley Forge at the EC 45-yard line. As the give is going to go to Pappas, has a little bit of room, and he's going to get stood up around the 42.5-yard line. Call it 2 yards on 1st down, 2nd down, and about 7 upcoming.
Boy, this would be a tough defeat for EC if they can't get the ball back here. That's got to be frustrating right now.
If you're Coach Stupka, when do you use your timeouts here to save some clock?
Well, I mean, you got to make a play right now. 2nd and 8, stop them. You can't let them get into a 3rd and short because, again, right now the way the Valley Forge is running the football, they're probably just going to try to line bucket up the middle. There's no reason to try trickery here if you're head coach DeAngelis and the Patriots. Just keep running the football. There's nothing that they've done to stop you.
Quinones under center now. Mayock, the man in motion. Give is going to go to Mayock around the right side. He has room. He's going to cross the 40.
There's your 1st down. Yep.
And brought down at the 33-yard line. So move those chains once again for Valley Forge.
Yep. That's a huge play.
Boy, oh boy, folks. This Valley Forge rushing attack having themselves a long game. The clock is ticking down to 3.5 minutes to go. Remember, EC still has all 3 of their timeouts.
No, they're going to have to start taking them now. But again, you want to get in a position, if you're EC, to have a 3rd down. Just get him the 3rd down and maybe more than 4 yards. I mean, every play has been 4 or 5 yards here in the second half, it feels like.
As Quinones under center.
He's taking his time, and rightfully so.
Give is going to go to Pappas.
That's the good play. That's the play. Right.
He's going to get stood up right back at the original line of scrimmage.
And I think there goes your first time out. Yep.
That's where EC
with 2:54 left. Yeah, you're not going to have much of give a gain. I don't think they're going to give him anything on that, but you EC timeout, and you figure they're going to have to probably. This is exactly what they have to do. You got to make a play right here because again, they're just going to keep running the ball.
So EC, right? Oh, excuse me, Valley Forge. They're running their offense right now. I noticed there's no play clocks here at Byers Field. When there's no play clocks at a high school field, Matt, are the refs yelling the count out to them?
Yeah, they're the ones that are responsible to getting the count to the quarterback. So if you're Jonathan Quinones right now, you're fine. You're just getting, you're getting you're getting from the official. I think if I'm not mistaken, they tell them when it's under 15, 10, that type of thing, which is fine. Again, you're not asking for a lot. And if you're the Patriots, you just want to snap the ball within 10 seconds. That's all you're looking to do here. You're just trying to run clock, and you're trying to get one more. I think one more first down, and the game could conceivably be over.
All right, folks, 2nd down and 9 upcoming. For the Patriots. Quinones under center. Mayock, the man in motion. And Mayock's going to get the give, and it's going to come around to the left side, and nothing doing for him that time. As the tackle on the play by Chase Drawall read that play perfectly, and it's going to go for a loss, and EC's going to take their 2nd time out.
But let me tell you this, Chad. Did you notice that on that play, all Mayock did was hold? I mean, he held that ball with 2 arms, like he was not. It didn't matter that he lost 2 yards or he lost a yard or whatever it was. He was not going to let them strip the football. That was the key to that play. Because right now, if you're Valley Forge, again, all you want to do is just not fumble, not turn the ball over. Make EC use all their timeouts. It ends up being a loss of 1. So you're going to have 3rd and 9 here. If you're Valley Forge, you run another play, make them take their last timeout, and you try to punt inside the 5. There is nothing right now that EC's done offensively in the second half that would scare me if I'm Valley Forge. Because right now, as we mentioned, after that last drive, they ran 1, 2, 3, 4 plays. They had to run another 3 plays and punt after the penalty.
So on 3rd down and 11, Quinones is just going to keep it himself around the right side, slipping a couple of tackles, getting up to about the 30-yard line. As that is going to bring up a 4th down and about 6, and EC will use their final timeout. I mean, at the 30-yard line, is a pooch punt here, or do you run a play?
No, I punt.
It's kind of like a punt.
Well,
or do you take a chance? What do you do? What do you do here if you're Valley Forge?
I pooch punt. I do. Because if you pooch punt in the end zone, you're losing 10 yards. What I'm doing if I'm EC, if they're going to punt, I'm going to put the block on. I'm going to try to get as many guys in there as I possibly can. But at the same time, I think right now, if you're the Patriots, you try to punt the football and pin it. The last thing you want to do, though, if you're the Patriots, is have a bad snap or let that punt get blocked and have something, have kind of something silly happen. So this is obviously, to me, almost the most critical play of the game. 4th and 7 from the 30. We'll see if they do punt or if they end up going for it. Right now, it looks like they're sending out I think they're sending out the punt team here, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I'm wrong. They're gonna go for it.
Folks. So here we go. 4th down and 7. 2:41 to go.
This is your game right here.
As Quinones will work under center, split backs in the backfield. Receiver to his right. Luis Arena gets the ball around the right side.
He didn't get it.
Did not get it. He's going to be brought down at around the 28-yard line where EC will take over. So stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned. 2:37 to go. EC gets the ball back. No timeout, so they're going to have to hurry.
Yeah. Well, no, they do. No, you're right. They did take their last timeout. All right, so 2:37 to go. And they're going to get the ball 1st and 10 on their own 29. But again, they've done nothing in the second half. I think I still would have punted, but I understand it.
So, Banjoff on a little bit of wildcat look.
That was the direct snap.
Left side. And he's going to get across the 30 up to about the 35-yard line. Again, he's going to have to hurry. His 5-yard runs are not going to do it here with 2.5 to go. As English back in at quarterback, working out of the gun, looking to throws along the right side, and it is incomplete. Intended for his receiver, Dan Peacock. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 5. We'll see if EC can keep this drive going. Once again, folks, stay tuned for the postgame show, which is brought to you by Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford. Getting your next vehicle is a snap. Visit the Nick Abraham Auto Mall, Route 57 in East Broad Street in Elyria.
English 1 for 5 in the second half right now, Chad.
So English working out of the gun, 2 running backs to either side, looking to throws to his left, deep down the left sideline, and it is
intercepted. It's intercepted.
Intercepted. Dylan Magda comes away with it, and Valley Forge is going to take over
and win the football game. That's going to be it, folks. Great play by Magda. He was trying to go with the fly route on the left side, and the wide receiver was covered perfectly. There was no way that English was going to be able to get that ball in. I mean, at that point, I know there's time left, but if you're EC, you're just trying to make a play, and they did not make a play the entire second half. So Valley Forge is going to get the 3-2, folks. They're going to get the ball at their own 35-yard line.
Valley Forge is going to get to 3-2, and EC is going to start 0-1 in conference play and move to 1-4.
Wow.
Does that make it easier for you to stay?
Boy, oh boy, another heartbreaking loss here for EC during this in this halfway point of the season.
Yeah, again, this is week 5, folks. This is nothing to play around with. If you're EC and you're Dave Stupka, I think you're concerned right now. I really do.
Once again, folks, Valley Forge moving to 3-2. EC moving to 1-4 and 0-1 in league play. They'll try to rebound next week as they are home at Knights of Columbus Field to take on the Parma Redmen. And Valley Forge next week is going to travel to Garfield Heights. Minute and a half to go here, folks. Once again, in that Nick Abraham Automall postgame show, we are going to also pick your LCCC Player of the Game. LCCC is real education. Pappas breaks free now. He's to the 40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10. Knocked down around the 8-yard line. So Pappas puts a bow on his performance tonight with that big run, Matt.
That's a 63-yard run, if I got my numbers right.
That's going to bring up a 1st and goal for the Patriots with 1:12 to go.
Make that a 54-yard run. My math is terrible. That's going to be a 1st and goal at the 9. Okay. I think they're just going to down the football.
Notice how I can't say it.
Yeah, I know.
My math is terrible, too. So here we go, folks. The formation every team loves to be in victory. Quinones under center as he's going to just take a knee. Elyria Catholic defensive lineman comes through and knocks Quinones down, but no reaction.
No, it's right now Valley Forge. I've already tweeted it out as a victorious tonight. Again, big win for Valley Forge, dominating the second half. And if you're EC, you just got to shake your head and go, why could we not get anything going in the second half? They ran 9 plays in the second half. Or no, I take that back. They ran 12 plays in the second half and just were thoroughly dominated up and down the field.
29 seconds to go. Quinones just has to snap it one more time.
There it is. 2 kneels and that's it, folks.
Down once again, 17 seconds to go. And that's going to do it, folks. Valley Forge is not going to have to run another play. Moving to 3-2. Outmanned, injured, but they dominate up front, folks. As you see Mike Pappas raising his hands. 3s on each side as Valley Forge is going to get their 3rd victory tonight by a final score of 19-14.
Yeah, and again, it's all about the second half, in my opinion, and the fact that Valley Forge just was able to do what they wanted. They were not able to stop. EC was not able to stop the Patriots.
All right, folks, let's take a break. We're going to come back with the Nick Abraham Auto Mall postgame show and pick a Lorain County College Community College Player of the Game. You're listening to the Cleveland Clinic Gridiron Clash on AM 930, WEOL, the mobile app, and online at
WEOL.com.
Hey, how many spots do we have to play, Terry?